was maiden fair and young on the pleasant banks of Lee. No bird that in the greenwood sung was half so blithe and free. I heard their beads with flying feet, no love sang me his queen. Till down the glen rolled Sarsfield's men, coming wore the jackets green. Young Donald sat on his gallant grey, like a king on a royal seat, and my heart leapt out on his regal way to worship at his feet. Oh love, had you come in those colours dressed, and would the soldiers mean? I'd lay my head on your throbbing breast for the sake of your jacket green. Well, no hoarded wealth did my love own, the good sword that he bore, but I loved him for himself alone and the colours that he wore. For had he come in England's red to make me England's queen, I would rove the high green hills instead for the sake of the Irish green. When William stormed with shot and shell at the walls of Garryowen, in the breach of death my Donald fell, and he sleeps near the treaty stone. That breach the foeman never crossed, while he swung his broadsword keen. But I do not weep, my darling lost, for he fell in his jacket green. When Sarsfield sailed away I wept as I heard the wild call. I fell dead as a man who slept in the fields of Garryowen, while Ireland held my Donald West, no wild sea rolled between, till I would fold him to my breast on Rhodes' Irish green. My soul has sobbed like a wave of woe that shattered Grimstone brave, for I buried my heart in his grave below, for his and for Ireland's sake. And I cry, make way for the soldier's bride in your halls of death, sad queen, for I long to rest by my pillow of sight and wrapped in the folds of green. And I saw the Shannon's purple tide go by the Irish town, as I stood in the bridge by young Donald's side, when England's flag went down. And now it lowers when I see the sky, a blood-red curse between. I weep, but it is not to woman's sighs who raise her Irish green. Oh, Ireland, says thy lonely soul, and land beats the winter sea. But sadder and higher the wild waves roll, o'er hearts that break for thee. Yet grief shall come to our heartless foes, and the bones in the dust be seen. So Irish maids love none but those who wear the jackets green.
listening to the Rebel Rebel podcast with Rory Carson. Tasha Vigeshtak, listen fod Curly Rebel Rebel, le Rory McCarson.
Hello. Well, folks, how you doing? What's the crack? Welcome to another Rebel Sundays here on the Rebel podcast. Myself, Big Ro. I was going to say something else there. Multi-streaming on Facebook, YouTube and Twitter all at the same time for the next 3 hours till 4 o'clock, folks. You'll be joining me, so thank you very much. We'll get things out of the way first, as usual. If you're watching on Facebook, please share the stream. As I keep saying, folks, Mr. Zuckerberg, he's doing his best to try and get me silenced, so he is, but on Facebook, so he is. So obviously I have well over 16,000 followers, and there's no way, like, the majority of them are getting the notice to see the content I'm putting out, which is disgraceful. And I know Clover as well, I'd mentioned during the week they're having serious trouble with their page. The stuff they're posting out, they would normally get a lot more sort of likes and sort of shares and stuff and comments from anything they put out, and now it's like it's dismal, so it is. So it's definitely a case of the sort of content being silenced. So if you're watching on Facebook, folks, please hit the share button to anywhere you want to share it to, any Irish groups, Celtic groups, Rebel groups, whatever. Just hit the share button, and we'll get as many people tuned in this afternoon. If you're watching on Twitter, welcome along. Thank you very much. Please give us a wee retweet on Twitter. And as usual, if you're watching on YouTube, which is our main outlet for the show, you can copy and paste the link and send it on to any of your other social media pages. Of course, if you're watching the show later on, obviously not live, maybe tonight, tomorrow, later on during the week, thank you very much for coming back and downloading the show. It's much, much appreciated, so it is. Right, so we'll get a few wee comments in here first here we'll have watching before we get into the tunes today, folks. And as usual, let us know where you're listening to, and if you're in another country, let us know what time it is. So we also always like to hear what the hell time people are watching the show at in the morning. It's great to see. Elaine, watching there the day in Waitrack Gardens on YouTube. Cheers, missus. Hope you're doing well. Joseph McGow, how you doing, Joseph? What's the crack? Watching in Derry today. Hail, folks. Elaine's husband, our resident spanner and watcher of the gates, Marty Heaney, watching as well on YouTube. Feed the Bear, back after a few weeks. We haven't seen him in a while, so I haven't. Good on yourself. Fitton, they're watching up in Ballymurphy. Cheers, wee man. Let's see who else we have. Brenton O'Hara is watching today on Facebook. How you doing, Brenton? Who else do we have? Neil Costigan is tuned in the morning from Warwick and Rhode Island this week. Good man yourself, Neil. Great regular listener to the show from all the way over in America. I'm sure it's pretty early in the morning there, nice with cheers. Did any of us get to watch the Celtic match against Everton? It's crazy, 4:45 this morning. I think I always do. So I get home from work last night about 1:45 or something, and any time there's like a UFC event or something, I'll say I'll sit and watch this here, and literally got in and put Gold Rush on, which was recorded from Friday or Saturday or something. Got, I think, in the first 5 minutes of it, out cold, clean. So obviously, but I seen a few highlights of the game this morning. There 0-0, obviously losing on penalties again, but out penalties is not our forte. Strong point. I don't think we've scored one or two this season. So Neil is saying there, yeah, it's what time is it? It's 34 degrees, 8 o'clock in the morning. Good man yourself. John Boy McElhenney, how you doing, John Boy? Dan Breen, what's crack? Henry, good man yourself. Joseph Rich says, Ro, do you mean Ro, not Doe? Can I get a shout out to my son and daughter, Boo and Elle in Vlev? Is that Cleveland? Or Vlevland? I assume it's Cleveland, is it? You're trying to say anyway. I've actually, so we'll do the first song for you, and then we'll get into a bit of crack. So yeah, folks, this is Rebel Sundays. We're here to 4 o'clock, so please share the stream and join in. First track of the day, we're going to a tune from a good friend of the show, Stefan, who's over in New York at the minute, so he is. He actually supplied me with this here t-shirt I'm wearing today, the last time he was over. Good man. Track from his album, Rebel Heart, brilliant tune, The Patriot Game. Here we go.
Young rebels, and list while I sing. For the love of one's country, it's a terrible thing. It banishes fear with the speed of a flame, and it makes us all part of the Patriot Game. I'm Fergal O'Hanlon, and I've just turned 16. My home is in Monaghan, was there I was weaned. I was taught all my life, cruel England's to blame. So now I'm a part of the Patriot Game. It's barely 2 years since I first went away with the local battalion of our bold IRA. I read of old heroes and I wanted the same, to play my own part in the Patriot Game. But they told me how Connolly was shot in a chair. His words from the battle, all bloody and bare. His fine body twisted, all battered and limb. They soon made him part of the Patriot Game. Now I don't mind a bit if I shoot down police. They're lackeys for war, never guardians of peace. And yet at deserters I am never let in, to the Quislings who sold it our Patriot Game. Now as I lie here, my body all holds, when I think of those traitors who bargained and sold. I'm sorry my rifle had not give the same to the bastards who sold it our Patriot Game. So come on, ye young rebels, and list while I sing. For the love of one's country, such a terrible thing. It banishes fear with the speed of a flame, and it makes us all part of the Patriot Game. And it makes us all part of the Patriot Game. It makes us all part of the Patriot Game. For the love of one's country, such a beautiful thing. And it makes us all part of the Patriot Game. And it makes us all part of the Patriot Game.
There we go. What a track to start things off with. There's Stefan with the Patriot Game from his album Rebel Heart. Great song all about Fergal O'Hanlon, who was killed with Sean South Thursday. Was, folks, brilliant tune. Yeah, this Rebel Sundays here on the Rebel podcast here at 4 o'clock today. Folks, so please share the stream. Get it far and wide as we can. We'll get as many people watching. Right, let's see a few more comments here we have. Derek there in Dublin, our resident Dirty Dubs today. Afternoon room the gang from sunny Dublin. It's not too sunny here today, mate, so it isn't. Who else do I have there? I got a video sent through me this morning, and I thought it was maybe a bit of a meme, but when I seen Arlene Foster's face in it, I know she wasn't must have been too amused, so I only lasted about 4 seconds, but I'm assuming it was from some awards night or something, or somewhere, and this woman who's posing for a picture with Arlene. So I don't know if there actually is any sound in this here, but I just saw it comes up on the screen, so we'll put it on.
I said, ooh, up the rising,
So I'm sure your woman was just saying there, she was dancing around, she went, ooh, up the and you seen Arlene's face. Oh, she wasn't too happy, so she wasn't, but hey, Darlene, as Jerry Glacken calls her, so he is. Right, so folks, don't forget there's still a few tickets left for our gig in the Rock Bar, not too far along now. A lot of you are going to be coming over, so cannot wait to see us all. So here's the line-up here on Saturday the 3rd of December in the Rock Bar. Clover Rebel Band coming all the way from County Limerick, folks, for this night to headline the gig. Really looking forward to seeing the lads here. So it's going to be Tag, Peter and Paul, and of course Paddy Mangan, the legendary Paddy Mangan from the now Owl Brigade. It's going to be standing in with the boys that night in the Rock, so looking forward to having Paddy here as well. And then starting things off, it's going to be Kieran Mack, local singer from the Rock and St James's, and I'm going to be doing a few tunes myself throughout the night. Plus, we're going to be doing a few wee presentations to a few sort of important people on the night of the gig. So hopefully that all goes well for us. And then the next day as well, folks, if any are still about, I know there's loads of people coming over from England and Scotland, people from Sweden, Germany is coming over, from all over the place for the gig. So if any are still about on the next day, on the Sunday, we're going to be doing the live podcast from... and what's the wrong flare? So the late podcast, the following day, it's going to be upstairs in the Rock as well. So the lads from Clover are going to be staying for a while as well. So I think they're going to maybe do the first half hour, maybe 40 minutes of the podcast, play a few tunes for us. Plus Kieran Mack and young Cormac are going to be doing a few tunes for us as well. I might jump on the cajon as well and play a few tracks with them. And then I'll be doing a few tunes throughout the day. So and then hopefully we will maybe all head downstairs to the Rock. Now what I hear as well is Gary Og is playing Nancy Mulligan's that night, so maybe head down later on as well and see Gary before his set finishes. So really looking forward to this. It's going to be a great day, folks. So it is. So thank you very much. Yeah, listen, a few people here sent me through donations already, so folks, you're all legend. Thank you very much for watching the show today. I'm glad you're enjoying it. So I say if any do want to leave us a wee tip or donation, you can see the wee Save Me here. There's a Revolut there and PayPal down the bottom. Just scan the wee code and it'll bring it straight to it. Right, next track we're going to do today. We haven't done this one in a good few weeks. People ask for it all the time. I seen Emer is over in Disneyland Paris there with Mick and the kids. So at the minute, so having a great time. She deserves it. Her and the family. She's probably the most hardest working rebel singer in this scene at the minute. So it's good to see her getting a wee break, enjoying time with the family and the kids. So we're going to do a track that I tried to get on our Red for Hope album, but Emer was having none of it because the album was just released. So we're going to do a track for us called Paddy Kelly, The Patriot of Dungannon. And of course, we always say this here track starts off with Paddy Kelly's young granddaughter, Katie Kelly, doing some backing vocals and stuff along with Emer. So it's a really heart-wrenching song, this tune. So here we go. Paddy Kelly, folks, The Patriot of Dungannon.
Our soldiers and the battles they fought to tear down the rules of the crime. How my eyes fill with tears as it's brought to my ears of those men who will ne'er be forgotten. In Carrickfergus, Paddy Kelly was born at a time of injustice and pain, when his only hope has struggled and fought in the grips of those cold English chains. As he grew to a man, he saw at first hand the plight pride of his country around him. When those brave Irish soldiers had laid down their lives in the depths of those cold H-block cells, from the teachings and words of the brave Bobby Sands, for his country he took up the fight. When our brave Bobby Sands had given his life to gain Ireland's justice and right, back to his family in his hometown Dungannon, he moved there to start a new life and to take up the reins of his family's long history of rebels against England's might. He rose through the ranks of our bold IRA, his humble beginnings well known, to the officer commanding that mighty brigade of those men from that great East Tyrone. Tried and immeasurably failed to lay down our volunteer load, but with discipline, cool and calm dedication, our hero would strike one more blow. He trained up our bold volunteers to a man, as his ancestors did long before him. The blood in his veins, it ran just the same, with the longing for old Ireland's freedom. Then in Lockall one day, when our bold IRA went bravely to fight for the freedom, an ambush was led. With their lives they have paid, our men fell in action forever. So they led him to rest in old Eden Dark, with the green dome and shamrock above him, wherein Kate and his children said one last farewell to a man they had loved so dearly. From a family revered by the brave Thomas Clark, in the days of that great Easter rising, came a true Irish son, who from war never run, Paddy Kelly, the pride of Dungannon. Paddy Kelly, the pride of Dungannon.
There we go, absolutely cracking song there. Emer Nicklahan there from her album A Thorn in England's Side. Paddy Kelly, the Pride of Dungannon, and what a legend Paddy Kelly was indeed. It's a really great track all about the man. Valerie is on. How you doing, Valerie? Afternoon all. What's the crack? Edward Strain, hello from Bells Hill. What's the crack, mate? Ray Callahan is listening today on YouTube. Another one of our dirty dubs watching the show. The big man himself, the Swedish Provo, Johan Carlson. Let's see, he's going to be heading over in 10 days departure, where he's going to be coming over to wreck Belfast as we know it. Really looking forward to seeing you over, mate. It's going to be good to see you. Richard O'Callaghan, another good West Belfastian Nelton man watching the day in Dublin as well. And big shout to my mate Pedro in Falkirk, who has the show on his big TV in the living room. He's doing a bit of a polishing, bit of a cleaning. He was out at the gym this morning at 6 o'clock. What a guy, seriously. What a guy. Fair play to you, Pedro. Loving it, absolutely loving it. Right, so say, folks, we're here at 4 o'clock today. So we'll have no like anniversaries today, any sort of special songs we're going to be playing or anything. So we'll have loads of time to get all your requests in. So I know there's some weeks people ask me like probably 15 minutes before the show's left and I haven't got time to play the requests or whatever. So the day it's all about using, folks. So get the requests on and we'll try and get them on for you. Right. So as you know, folks, the brand new track, brand new album from Clover, it was recorded in the PD at last year's Big Fans Gathering, is going to be getting officially released in 2 weeks' time at the Rock Bar at our gig, folks. So it is. So, was that there? So I'm pleased to say I have got the album this week, and actually the album itself, but I got it on digital format. And I've had a listen to it throughout the week. Obviously, you always listen to the album first, and you go through the tracks, but then obviously you listen to it again and again, and it gets it gets sort of a lot more interesting and better once you listen to it a few times. So I'll go put this here wee graphic up here now for you folks, and then I'll go play 2 tracks from the album today and go play 2 tracks from it next week as well. So and then obviously you'll be able to hear the full album being launched. Hopefully there's a lot back copy that night the Rock on the 3rd of December. So this is the official. Let's see the graphic here now. So this is the album front cover. Hold on a second, clear this banner at the bottom. This is the if you can see it, the album, the front cover. So that there Easter Lily there is obviously it was the wall on the front of the PD. So it is. So actually they've used that there for as a busy iconic image. And then the back cover is if you ever go into the PD, you'll see there's a big wall mural on the side of the flats. So that there picture there is the album cover from the side of the mural on the side of the flats. So I'm going to just see if we can actually get the track listen, because I know I can't really see it there from this here screen, but I know if you have it on a big screen, maybe you'll see it better. So I'm just going to get up here on my phone so I can call out the tracks so we know exactly what's on it. So up first is the Lockall Ambush, then the Foggy Dew, the Celtic Symphony, Wally Mealy, Pierce Jordan. Obviously, it was great to sort of play a couple of for the band to play a couple of sort of tracks about Belfast volunteers on the night. Boys O Brigade, Let the People Sing and Take It Down, which was interesting. So normally anytime bands will sing Let the People Sing, they always sing This Land into it afterwards. So it was great to see like a different track being played back there. And then Aidan McInnesby, Wally and Danny, which I'm glad that Paul and the lads put on, especially for me on the album, as I know they don't really sing that song. And I think they recorded it that night basically because I had gotten up the gig. So thanks very much, lads. And then Joe McDonnell, which Quiva, obviously who's no longer with the band, but sings in this album. Done a few songs that night. She's singing Joe McDonnell on this album, and it's phenomenal. So it is. Come Out Your Blackened Hands, On the One Road, Grace, which we're going to play here next for you. So it's a world exclusive of this here track, folks. So it is for you. Grace, and then we've got Sean South, and then the finale. At the end of the track has Sam's song, Go On Home, British Soldiers, and then Around the Vein. So we're going to play Grace now. So I know I had said to Paul, because there's a lot of, I've seen a lot of these songs in this live album. You can hear people chanting and singing through it because it's a live audience. I just got to hope the hell there's nobody you can't hear in this song. People singing, I will die, I will die, or I will die for the IRA. I hate it. I think it just ruins this song completely. And I seen even Shay Dolan was posting about it last week, and he says he actually near hates singing this song now because it's so divided. But people sort of booing whenever people then sort of sing I Will Die in the middle of it, whatever. But there is a wee bit of it in this track, but it's really great to hear this capacity crowd in the PD sing along with us here. So, folks, this is the next track we're going to play from Clover's brand new live album, live at the PD in West Belfast. And this is the Ballad of Grace on Rebel Sundays, folks.
Now, boys and girls, this next song we're going to do for you is a song that's one of the saddest chapters of the 1916 Rising. About the very short marriage of Grace Gifford and Joseph Mary Plunkett. They were married in Kilmainham jail. Shortly after, Joseph Plunkett was taken outside and executed. Boys and girls, let's hear you all sing with Peter, the Ballad of Grace.
As we gather in the chapel here in old Kilmainham jail, I I think about these past few weeks. Will they say we failed? From our school days they have told us we must yearn for liberty. Yet all I want in this dark place is to have you here with me.
Come on, let's hear it now.
Oh, grace, just hold me in your arms and let this moment linger. They take me out at dawn and I will die. With all my love I place this wedding ring upon your finger. There won't be time to share our love, for we must say goodbye. Now I know it's hard for you, my love, to ever understand the love I bear for these brave men, my love for this dear land. But when Padraig called me to his side down in the GPO, I had to leave my own sick bed. To him I had to go.
Come on, let's hear you sing.
Oh, grace, just hold me in your arms and let this moment linger. They take me out at dawn and I will die. With all my love I place this wedding ring upon your finger. There won't be time to share our love, for we must say goodbye. Now as the dawn is breaking, my heart is breaking too. On this May morn as I walk out, my thoughts will be of you. And I write some words upon the wall so everyone will know that I love so much that I could see his blood upon the wall.
Come on, let's hear it.
Come on, here we go. Oh, grace, just hold me in your arms and let this moment linger. They take me out at dawn and I will die. With all my love I place this wedding ring upon your finger. There won't be time to share our love, for we must say goodbye.
All right, boys and girls, are you all ready to sing along with us tonight? Come on this very special first big fans gathering. Let's hear you all sing with us. Raise the roof.
1, 2, 3, oh grace. Hey, hey, hey. Sing it with us one more time. Oh, grace, just hold me in your arms and let this moment linger. They take me out at dawn and I will die. With all my love I place this wedding ring upon your finger. There won't be time to share our love, for we must say goodbye. No, there won't be time to share our love, for we must say goodbye.
Absolutely class there, folks. What is Clover from County Limerick? There's the next track we've played there from their brand new live album that was recorded live in the PD Club in West Belfast at last year's big fans gathering. So see, it's going to be officially launched. So obviously it's been a year now, folks, from this album. It's been I know it's took a bit of time to get the album finished. There's been a lot of work that's went into it. And I can just tell you this from like, I can remember the very first conversation. Say I would talk to Paul from Clover most days. We sent each other voice notes back and forth because we were both out on the road all day. So I was just talking about shit in general. And so when it was obviously a couple months, maybe a few months leading up to the gig in the PD, and busy Paul told me, he says, listen, what we've decided, we're going to record a live album at night at the gig. And I was like, Jesus, like, blew me away, like. So it did. And obviously the fee they got for that night, I can't imagine they would have got much of it for themselves, because I know majority, all of it went into recording the album, which was absolutely brilliant. So it was fair play, dedication from the lads. And I think when Paul sent me the first track, way, like this is a few weeks maybe after the gig happened, and I was sort of listening to it, and I was like obviously it was just straight out of the desk, so there was no mastering or mixing and nothing on it. And I was like, oh God, I hope it sounds better than that there whenever it's finished. Like, and obviously this here now is the finished product, and you can hear it's just phenomenal. You can, the way the crowd comes in there, and that one song, as I did mention, it just gets on my nerves. Like, see when people sing I will die, but more recently, over this last lot of months, I've heard people, I will die for the IRA, and like, it doesn't make sense in that song at all. I mean, I think it's more young people, and you're going like, Jesus, like, educate yourself and listen to what the song's about without shit and stuff like that. I mean, it's because it just sounds ridiculous. And I know a lot of bands do, they just don't like singing the song now because it's hard to control. You can't tell people, listen, don't be singing this here whenever the song comes on. But say we're going to play another track from the album today. I think I might maybe play Willy Nilly. That's definitely my favourite song on the album, hands down, definitely is. So it is. So listen, fair play to Clover, absolutely brilliant. I say that there is they sent me the full digital copy of the track. I haven't got the CD in my hands yet, but hopefully I'll have one soon enough. So there we go. So hopefully you're all going to be getting the copy that night in the Rock. Let's see, Terry, what is crack? Terry, afternoon. I hope you enjoyed your wee bus trip home there last week. Still can't believe you stopped off for food and all that. Some bus. Maura Burns, how you doing? Maura there over on Cope Bridge. Afternoon, everyone. Maura there. We up there seeing Shabeen last night. I seen a few people posting about it. Fenton says, "Now, Ro, it's not all young people. Well, it mostly is. So it is. Because any 18th birthday parties or 21st I do, I play that song, and literally you can still hear them. And normally I play the Kelly's main version, and in their version it's live, so you can still hear like a crowd all shouting up, and you can still hear people at the actual gig that you're playing at singing over the top of it. That bloody I Will Die piss. Martin Heaney, yeah, absolutely brilliant version. Can't wait to get the album. Anthony Murphy, hi Ro, looking forward to the show. Could you please play One Sunday Morning by Athen Rye from Banto and Scarborough? Yeah, I know actually Marty Kane likes that song as well, so I don't know if Marty's on today, but we'll get that on later on. Haven't done that one there in a few weeks in the show, so I haven't. So Michael Collins says, can you play the Black Watch? We're going to do that there next. I know Eamon Mally's a big fan of the Black Watch as well, so we'll do that for Eamon. So we'll, Derek Delaney, oh God, here, can you please play the Whistling Donkeys for Carlan on her birthday? Is it her birthday today, is it? Haven't seen Carlan on today yet, so she isn't. I think that's us all. Flan Colm, hello lads and ladies, how you doing? What is the crack? Flan Colm, good to see you on today. Right, next track we'll do is say we're going to risk getting cut off so early by the Facebook police for playing a bit of the Irish people. Listen, but who cares? If the cut is off, we'll jump back in straight away again, so don't be worrying about it. But here we go. So this is especially for Michael Collins, who asked for the Black Watch, and also we'll do this here for a good friend of the show, Eamon Malley, as well. So this is from the Irish Brigade's album called Live at the Sidewalk in Dublin. Another one of their absolutely fantastic albums they've recorded. So this is next. Here we go. This is the Black Watch, folks, on Rebel Sundays.
Another wee song we learned quite a number of years ago. We picked it up in Glasgow. So for all the folks over tonight, all our friends over from there tonight, a wee song called The Black Watch.
You've heard about the B-men, the cruel are you see. You've heard about the black and tans and bygone mystery. But there's another regiment that's ever called his own. They're known as the Black Watch, commissioned by the throne. And it's rolling down the falls over red guns and gas, terrorising women as they're coming out of mass. As sure as Scottish traitors we never will forget. Thank God we know the Irish sure aren't beaten yet. Soldiers come from Scotland, a place you all know well. The hardest parts of Glasgow, the teddy boys that dwell. They're giving a British uniform, they're giving a British gun. They join a British regiment to have themselves some fun. And it's rolling down the falls, oh with red guns and gas, terrorising women as they're coming out of mass. As sure as Scottish traitors we never will forget. Thank God we know the Irish sure aren't beaten yet. When I grow up and marry and have a little son, I tell him about the regiment and the terrible things they done. And when he gets older and becomes a man like me, he'll become a volunteer and set Ireland free. And it's rolling down the falls of red guns and gas, terrorising women as they're coming out of mass. As sure as Scottish traitors we never will forget. Thank God we know the Irish are out there. And it's rolling down the falls oh, with red guns and gas, terrorising women as they're coming out of mass. As sure as Scottish traitors we never will forget. Thank God we know the Irish sure aren't beaten yet. Thank God we know the Irish sure aren't beaten yet.
There we go. Sound there of the Irish Brigade with the Black Watch Spicy for Michael Collins, and also give a shout out to Eamon Melly as well, who likes that wee tune, I have to say. Again, cheers, Eamon, for your donation today, mate. Much appreciated as always. You legend, you. Right, let's see what's we have listening in. Terry Kearney, loving the t-shirt row. Yeah, folks, so you can see me posting up, or if anyone want to get one of these here, limited edition. They're only going out for a short time, so they are. So the order is going to be going in the printer next Monday. Okay, so you can buy them now on like a pre-sale. So you can just go to my merchandise website, rebelpodcast.bigcartel.com, and you can buy them there on pre-sale, and then the order is going to be going in on the 28th, and hopefully I will have them printed that week. So anybody that's bought one, that's coming the night in the Rock, you can collect it on the night of the Rock if it's handier for you rather than getting it posted out. I am going to have a few for sale, maybe 5 or 6 for sale on the night of the gig as well. So say I'm not ordering massive numbers, folks. So obviously anybody that sort of knows about buying t-shirts or buying them in bulk, it's a lot of money, and obviously the cheaper it is if you buy more of them. But obviously I'm not going to sell them all, so I thought the best way for me, because there is people want the sort of a new t-shirt. Haven't had one for a couple of years now. They wanted sort of something that incorporates the Rebel Sundays, the actual show we're listening to now. So I said, if I order them like in sort of small numbers, that's why they're a wee bit pricey. But I say, folks, I'm making obviously next to nothing of these, and tell you that now. It's more just to cover the postage and the price of the printing, because they aren't getting screen printed, they're getting digital printed. So a big shout out to the Bumper, my main man, the printer from Colour Master. So say, if anyone's like these folks, there's the link there, and it's the same place you can go to get the tickets for the end of the year fans night in the Rock. They're on the same merchandise website. So a good few have ordered the t-shirts already. So cheers, and they will be out in the post hopefully that a couple of days after they're printed off. So look out for them, folks. So I say the orders are into the printer next Monday, the 28th of November, and then hopefully I should have them in with a few days after the printing's done. So yep, cheers for all the support so far, folks. It's much appreciated. Right, what else do I have people saying here? Martin Heaney says, I'm going to Bumper to print a big spanner on the back of my t-shirt. Just so people know that you're Mr. Spanner, Marty, you know. Fitting for the 5th time today already. Euro Crumman O'J, and I'm going to play it there next week, okay? Or Stefan These Hands. Ryan Nolan says, hi, Ro. Lurgan had a great night last night. Lurgan Celtic Supporters Club. It was a memorial night for Gary Nelson. We raised £4,500 for Pips. Congratulations, John involved. Yes, actually, I know Gary's dad, so I do. Obviously, I run in him most days and not the job we do. So, obviously, it was really, really sad to hear about Gary. So it was, yeah, but great to see. I seen a few videos that the Supporters Club put up last night. Great night. Bung to the doors. So, good to see all the money are going to Pips, which was a very, very worthy charity. So it is. Right, next track we'll do this one here. This for wee Fintan there from Ballymurphy. So this actually, you're getting 2 tracks here, so you are for the price of 1, because there's no track with just Gary just singing Crumman No Jail. So this is from the Earl album recorded live in the Brazen Head over in Glasgow. So up first it's the Boys Low Brigade, and then we'll have a bit of the Crumman No Jail. Here we go.
Oh, Father, why are you so sad on this bright Easter morn? When I stand upon the grass of a land where they were born. Oh, son, I see the memories you of far off distant day. When being just a lad like you, I joined the IRA, where all the lads were stood with me when history was made. Oh, Graham and pray, I long to see the boys of the old brigade. Her hills and farms they called to arms was heard by one and all. And down the glen came brave young men to answer Ireland's call. Well, it was long ago we faced the foe, the old brigade and me. And by my side they fought and they died, so that Ireland might be free. Where are the lads who stood with me when history was made? Oh, Graham and pray, I long to see the voice of the old brigade. Sing the last verse with us. And now, my son, I told you why on Easter morn I sigh, as I recall my comrades all of dark old days gone by. I think of men who fought in Glen with a rifle and grenade. May heaven keep the lads who sleep from the ranks of the old brigade. Everybody, where are the lads who stood with me when history was made? Oh, grab and pray, I long to see the boys of the old brigade. Here we go with the Crumlin Rock Jail. For freedom, boys, the North has played its part. The Freedom's Day has still stood on. We've never yet lost heart. We'll fight it out until the end.
and pale. Come and tell me 'tis the dying vein, needs to draw home and hail. And that's another reason why they keep our lads in Crumlin jail. You volunteers, the gods is on our side. The jail can break our brave young men, the prison can damp their pride. For England knows and England fears a fearless northern gale. And that's another reason why they keep our lads in Crumlin jail. For England knows and England fears a fearless northern gale. And that's another reason why they keep our lads in Crumlin jail. Yes, that's another reason why we'll free our lads in Crumlin jail. Thanks very much, thank you.
Boom. There's the goat himself, Gary Og with Oog from that legendary album. Folks, if any of you haven't seen the documentary for that yet, it's been out a couple of years now, but big shout out to the coach who put it all together, over to Ireland and all the place and interviewed various different bands and singers. Just talking about that album. Phenomenal when I worked on that album. It just sort of set the bar for so many of the future sort of live Rebel albums, more sort of upbeat ones, so massive. That one, especially for Finton, who actually didn't sense my sarcasm when I said, she's been asking me for the 5th time already. Obviously, I know it was only 2 times, but it was sarcasm, child, Read the room. Let's see. Johan says, I start with a thirsty Thursday. Yes, you'll enjoy yourself in the felons anyway, just behave yourself. So there's the more drum Sinn Féin coming. How you doing? Just while they're on, folks, we'll give an wee shout out for their flyer here. We're advertising for the gig. It's happening in February. So on Sunday the 5th of February, folks, 2023, the Carrickdale Hotel in Dundalk, just outside Newry. The Break for the Border Rebel Night, the first of its kind happening for these guys. So hopefully this will be an annual thing. So thank you very much for asking me to be involved in the night, for being the MC and stuff. Yeah, really looking forward to it. So it's going to be headlined by the man himself who just played there, Gary Og. Then Clover coming as well from County Limerick. Dreams of Freedom from County Kerry are coming. And then just down the road there in Newry, the local bin man / rebel singer, Liam MacDonald, is going to be starting things off, I'd assume. If you want to get tickets, folks, you can see there's a wee QR code there right in the middle of the screen. Just scan that there, and you can get your tickets. Tickets are €15, and it's going to be an absolutely brilliant night. So it is. And you can. I think there's maybe a room rate as well for the Carrickdale. So big congrats to Marty as well, who won the tickets for in November it was. So we're going to have another set of tickets to give away in December, and then another set to give away in January for this gig, folks. So cheers to the guys from the More Drum Sinn Féin coming. Come on, you're not on camera, don't worry. Just my mother coming in with the tea and the tea cakes. And Alfredo as well. I'm well looked after the day, so I am. Even though I didn't get invited down for dinner, but this is just to make up for it. So thank you very much. Wee fancy cup and all one, you have to stick your finger in. So it is. Yeah, so folks, I think there is a room rate. Just contact the Carrickdale for this year. So if you can't scan the code there, you can go onto the More Drum Sinn Féin coming on their on Facebook page, and they will tell you how to get hold of the ticket. So yeah, it's going to be a great gig. Really looking forward to being there. So say thank you very much for asking me to be involved with the gig, folks. It's much appreciated. Just get this here to try and get this tea down here without throwing it all over my nether regions again. So yeah, so they were looking for a track from Spur of Freedom. So that's the wrong bloody cover. This is the new one we're doing. Oh, we got to the new logo. Too many. I have to delete that other one. Right. So back to our comments. Ro, I'll get Jenny on you. I sure you will. More afraid of you than I'm afraid of her. Let's see. Terry says, you coming over for the gig, Terry Craney? No, Martin. Val and Dale are coming over to us. So no, see, they're ditching us, Marty. Well, now, I know they had booked to come to the official sort of big fans gathering weekend, but obviously had to cancel it due to the Balmoral leading us in the shit big time. They decided, well, obviously we're going to go to the Scotland for the weekend, and you can't really blame them, you know. I know they had you can't blame them. So you can't for still wanting to get away for the weekend. But hopefully, providing the Wi-Fi is good in the Rock, we'll be doing the whole night live as well on Facebook and YouTube. So a bit of luck. Hopefully we can. I know we couldn't do it in the PD last year because the Wi-Fi was just woeful. There wasn't a bad signal. What's he going on about now? Imagine eating a Fredo Morelos. No shame in you, boy. It's just a wee bits of caramel in there. Let's talk about the football. Obviously, I know Morelos isn't a great footballer, but here, what about this bloody World Cup? It's starting today. Like, and usually any other time there's like a World Cup on, you're really buzzing for it. Even if like Ireland or whatever aren't playing, you're going, it's a World Cup. See now, I posted about this last night. I'm just not excited one bit. Like I don't know if I'll even. I'll probably watch England against the IRA. So on Tuesday. Hopefully the Ra will get another one over the top of England once again. So well, but there's just no enthusiasm for this World Cup at all. I don't know but what the S's are like. Plenty of eating on that Morelos. Let's see, so you should be. She may be lanky, but she loves you too much to hit. Haha. Right, next track we'll do is for Terry. Even though she hasn't asked us to play a bit of Damien Quinn yet, I'm sure the text isn't too far away. So we haven't played Rebel Sundays in the show in a while. Valerie, Ro, you know I love it. Yes, I know we do. Only slagging you. I know you'd be here if you could be, but that's just the way it is. Right, so we'll go to Rebel Sundays, the track that this show takes its name from. So for Terry, this one is especially for you. Bit of Damien Quinn live from the legendary Rock Bar here in West Belfast with Rebel Sundays.
Well, it took a stroll down the old Falls Road. Rebel Sunday is the day when you see Jerry Oak and Damien Quinn sing the songs of the IRA. And I ask you, friends, are you heading to the Rock? Cause I have Rebel Sundays on at 6 o'clock. There's Damien Quinn. He hits the Queen. And Jerry Oak, he loves Shabeen. Well, Jerry Oak sings fuck your flag and fuck it again. While Damien Quinn sings it in Brits and a nation once again. And I ask you, friends, are you heading to the Rock? Cause I have Rebel Sundays on at 6 o'clock. There's Damien Quinn. He hits the Queen. And Jerry Oak, he loves Shabeen. They'll hear the songs of Bobby Sands and the men who fought and died. The broad black brimmer and the black and tans and the Provost lullaby. I ask you, friends, are you heading to the Rock? Cause I have Rebel Sundays on at 6 o'clock. There's Damien Quinn. He hits the Queen. And Jerry Oak, he loves Shabeen. Well, I took a stroll down the old Falls Road. Rebel Sunday is the day when you see Jerry Oak and Damien Quinn sing the songs of the IRA. I ask you, friends, are you heading to the Rock? Cause I have Rebel Sundays on at 6 o'clock. There's Damien Quinn. He hits the Queen. And Jerry Oak, he loves Shabeen. Damien Quinn, he hits the Queen. Damien Quinn, he hits the Queen. Damien Quinn, he hits the Queen.
Jerry, Jerry, oh, Jerry, oh, Jerry, Jerry, oh, Jerry, oh, Jerry, Jerry, oh.
There we go, and sort of a mark there at the end. Mark Tolan, 18 Brits are Damien. Which you'll not hear Damien singing very often these days. Yeah, it was Rebel Sundays there, especially for Terry, our resident Damien Quinn stalker / melter / fan of the show. You know what I mean? Right, what else do I have here? Comments are flying in the day, so let's see. We'll go back to the start here. Let's see. Martin says, yeah, is it the Culchies or up the Chuckies? Up the Chuckies, Tal 32. Maura Drum says, yep, have to get the character, I'll get some Fredos in for you. Listen, as long as I have plenty of Rockshore on tap, I'll be happy at night. So well. David Stebbin says, just ordered a t-shirt, keep up the good work, row. Yes, mate, just seen that come through. Thank you very much. About 3 or 4 t-shirts just come through the orders on the Big Cartel website. So cheers, folks. Legends as are. Thanks very much. Yes, where is our Caroline? I was going to play a bit of the Whistling Donkeys for her on her birthday, but she's not here today. I don't see James Devon McClare either on here today. Is he on? Normally he's commenting by nice with us. Brian says, how about a song for Shabeen, from Shabeen? Oops, want to be. What's that even mean? Yeah, I'll try and get something about a Shabeen. Right, so the more drum, Sinn Féin coming. They were looking for a bit of the Spirit of Freedom. The lads are 2 Tonys. So I'll do this one here. We're going to do the Farewell to Balahi, obviously our resident South Derry one. Marty Heaney is on today, so we'll Marty do this one for you as well. So it's Spirit of Freedom, folks, on Rebel Sundays, multi-streaming live on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter, right through to 4 o'clock. So if any more questions, have any more t-shirts you want, t-shirts, Feed the Bear, where can I order a t-shirt? Where's the link? Listen, I will stick up the link on the screen, okay? Whenever I'm playing this song, mate. So the address for the website is there to buy one. So we'll go. It's Spirit of Freedom, especially for Marty as well. And this is Farewell to Balahi. Why is that crack on there for? Jeez, that's a real terrible copy. Hopefully it doesn't sound too bad at the start of the song. Here we go.
Farewell to Balahi, likewise Tram locked off, and the green hills of Derry that I dearly love. My thoughts which turn to you from my dark age block cell, sufferings and brave comrades, I bid you farewell. For hundreds of years now we've kept on the fight, and the history books told me of Ireland's plight. So if gallant Francis I follow the cause to conquer the tyrant and defy England's law, to the hills of South Derry you marched and we drove, to our exploits and action all Irish you drove. Most feared men in Ulster, volunteers on the run, we give England her answer from the barrels of our guns. So farewell to Balahi, likewise Tram locked off, and the green hills of Derry that I dearly love. My thoughts which turn to you from my dark age block cell, so friends and brave comrades,
I bid you farewell. Oh, gallant South Derry, you're forever blessed, and you've struggled for freedom. You've given your best. There's shoes and there's Bates and there's Sheridan and Lee, and inscribed with their names now, Brave Tom McElwee. So farewell to Ballad, farewell to Ballad. Likewise Tom locked off, likewise Tom locked off, on the green hills of Derry, on the green hills of Derry, that I dearly love, that I dearly love. My thoughts which turn to you from my dark age blood cell. So friends and brave comrades, I bid you farewell. Yes, friends and brave comrades, I bid you farewell.
There we go. So the Spirit of Freedom there for you, and a terrible, terrible copy of that song. I don't know how that there sort of made it on that album with the rest of them. The rest of them are a bit better quality, so maybe I should start listening before I play these tracks. It was very, very crackly. I don't know if maybe recorded from a tape or a vinyl or something. Here, actually, talking of vinyls, I'm going to try and show you a few of these on the screen in a minute. So this week, we were sort of gifted a bag of rare Rebel albums and rare Rebel singles. And I haven't actually looked through the tin of the singles yet. But I know that the lady who donated them, she's since passed away. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to get them all documented and then go get them put on to YouTube. Now, I'm not sure what yet we're going to put it on my official channel or the Roddy's museum channel. But I was just blown away when I looked through these here, the albums on it. So many of these, all of the Flying Column albums, Captain Largy, Ray McAreevy, all on just original vinyl. And you can't buy them there now. You can't get them. So you can't. So really, I'm going to once you get a few pictures and stuff of them. And we'll put them up on the Facebook feed, all to see, because it's a real find. Just a gold mine of stuff you just cannot find anywhere. So you can't. Fitting Podgy's version of Grace. If you've not been listening, I just played Clover version of Grace about 15 minutes ago, so I'm not going to play Podgy's version as well, am I? Terry, ditching us away to the pub already. Right, Mrs. Talk later on, thank you very much for tuning in. There's no man says, can you play Man from the Daily Mail for your baby sister? Yes, we'll get that on, try and find it there, so we'll, on you. So visiting today, actually, in her old room today where the studio is. For many, many years, we were banned from entering this room in the house, so that's where my studio is parked up now, folks. So there we go. Right, so we'll get Man from the Daily Mail. I think there's a good live version of that one from the Irish Gate from Grace's. We'll try and get that on. So Caroline, when is your birthday actually? Just know Derek said get a bit of the Whistling Donkeys on. Podgy's is far better. Now come on now. No need to be talking like that there, Finton. So there isn't yeah, Caroline, so Derek had said it was your birthday, so I want to know what age you are and when it is. Obviously not, we're not going to ask you what age you are, you know what I mean? That would be rude to say, so it would. But we're going to do a bit of Whistling Donkeys now for you. And this song we'll play here now. I may have played this before in the show, I'm not sure. But this is recorded in the old Mandela Hall before it was knocked down. And obviously the new one was officially opened there last night, so it was for the food bank, their gig. Looks class, it does. But this is their album called Live in the Mandela Hall. Loads of, I think it was 500 screening, just culty young ones. But a song I find I get more and more and more requests for every single gig I do. If there's any young ones there, it's this here track, Traveling Soldier. I've never ever heard this before until I heard it on this album. And it's actually a really, I think it was the Dixie Chicks or something that originally done this track. But if you're up in the sticks, even though in the Landberg, which is I was doing a gig there last Saturday, and it was a christening a late christening, and it was all local ones. And you think local is 5 minutes from my house, is up in the Hannestown, but they're all full on like the check shirts, the brown boots, blue white jeans, full on just tractor drivers like. But this here song was doing phenomenal. So we'll do this one here for Carlan. Hopefully you like this here. So this is for Carlan celebrating her birthday. And this is the Whistling Donkeys with the Travelling Soldier. That's it. Not rebel at all, but it's just a really good wee track.
I see you sing it.
2 days past 18, he was waiting for the bus in his RV Queen. Sat down in the booth, the cafe there, gave his order to a girl with a bow in her hair. Shy, so she gave him a smile. He said, would you mind sitting down for a while and talking to me? I'm feeling a little low. She said, I'm off in an hour and I know where we can go. So they went down and they sat on the pier. He said, I bet you got a boyfriend, but I don't care. I got no one to send a letter to. Would you mind if I sent one back here to you?
I'm glad fast to see you. Here you go.
I cried, never gonna hold the hand of another guy too young for him. They told her, waiting for the love of the traveling soldier. Our love will never end, waiting for the soldier to come back again. Never more to be alone when the letter said the soldier's coming home. So the letters came from an army camp in California, then in Vietnam, and he told her of his heart might be love and all of the things he was so scared of. He said, when it's getting kind of rough over here, I think of that day sitting down at the pier, and I close my eyes and see your pretty smile. Don't worry, but I won't be able to write for a while. I cried, never gonna hold the hand of another guy too young for him. They told her, waiting for the love of the traveling soldier. Our love will never end, waiting for the soldier to come back again. Never more to be alone when the letter said the soldier's coming home. One Friday night at a football game, the Lord's Prayer said and the anthem sang. The man said, folks, would you bow your heads for a list of local Vietnam dead? Crying all alone under the stand was a piccolo player in a marching band, and one named Red, but nobody really cared. But a pretty little girl with a boy in her hair. To see you sing it. I cried, never gonna hold the hand of another guy too young for him. They told her, waiting for the love of the traveling soldier. Our love will never end, waiting for the soldier to come back again. Never more to be alone when the letter said the soldier's coming. I cried, never gonna hold the hand of another guy too young for him. They told her, waiting for the love of the traveling soldier. Our love will never end, waiting for the soldier to come back again. Never more to be alone when the letter said the soldier's coming home.
Yahoo! As Uncle Hugo says there, yahoo! Yeah, so Jim had just said this. What does that say? The Hugo Duncan show. I don't know what you're talking about, mate. I never pay any culty stuff in this show at all. But a crack. Well, listen, that's what sort of Whistling Donkeys are. They are like a more like Irish trad country band, but brilliant groups they are. Fair play to them. So had the break 9 again from all the full on raves, Feed the Bear says that's my order. That's my order. And oh, good man yourself. Cheers, Mugger. Cheers for the place in the t-shirt. So you're Phil then, right? Good man yourself. I know who you are now. Kieran Mack, what is the crack, Mugger? Good to see you. What was that there gig you were doing yesterday in the Green Hut? The scene was that for a party or something? See there, Mara Burns, great song. Jim McCaff, what's this? The Hugo Duncan Show. There we go. Marty says, Ro, you love the Culchies. Well, I do have a bit of a soft spot for them, you know. Right, what are we going to do next? We're going to play now a bit of the Wolfe Tones this time. We're really treading on thin ice today. Trying to get ourselves cut off, but sure. So I can remember it was near the end of the show last week. Someone asked to play the Wearing of the Green, but I didn't have time to fit it in. So we'll do this one here. So this is the Wolfe Tones from the original lineup when they had Derek in the band. It's the Wolfe Tones folks with the Wearing of the Green on Rebel Sundays. Here we go.
Oh, Paddy dear, and did you hear the news that's going round? The shamrock is by law forbid to grow on Irish ground. St. Patrick's Day no more will keep his colours can't be seen, for they're hanging men and women for the wearing of the green. I met with Napper Tandy and he took me by the hand. He said, how's dear old Ireland and how does she stand? She's the most distressful country that you have ever seen, for they're hanging men and women for the wearing of the green, for the wearing of the green, for the wearing of the green. They're hanging men and women for the wearing of the green. And since the colour we must wear is England's cruel red, sure Ireland's sons will ne'er forget the blood that they have shed. You may take the shamrock from your hat and cast it on the sod, but 'twill take root and flourish there, no wonder foot 'tis trod. My father loved his country and sleeps within its breast, while I that would have died for her must never so be blessed. Those tears my mother shed for me, how bitter they had been, if I had proved a traitor to the wearing of the green, for the wearing of the green, for the wearing of the green. They're hanging men and women for the wearing of the green. But if at last our colours should be torn from Ireland's heart, her sons with shame and sorrow from the dear old Isle will part. I've heard a whisper of a land that lies beyond the sea, where rich and poor stand equal in the light of freedom's day. Oh, Ireland, must we leave you driven by a tyrant's hand, and seek a mother's blessing from a strange and distant land, where the cruel cross of England shall never more be seen, and in that land we'll live and die, still wearing Ireland's green. For the wearing of the green, for the wearing of the green, they're hanging men and women for the wearing of the green, for the wearing of the green, for the wearing of the green. They're hanging men and women for the wearing of the green.
There we go. The mighty Wolfe Tones are the original lineup there of all four lads. The word on the green on Rebel Sundays, folks. John Boy McElhaney, what's cracked? John, anything from the Wicks? Bought tickets to see him in the King Tuts in Glasgow on the 30th. Oh, look, Jesus, mate. I don't know when if they're going to be over here. Like when they're going to be here. I don't even know if they've ever even played in Belfast. I can't remember, but it's a band I really want to go and see. Haven't seen them yet. Maura Burns. Oh, yes. Jim McCaff. More like you, big man. Well, mate, thanks for your approval. That's much appreciated, so it is. Right, so moving on. Next one. We're absolutely flying through the tracks today. Neil Costigan, Ro, can you play The Streets of New York for me? My birthday was this past Tuesday, the 17th of the 11th. Yes, Neil, definitely we'll get that on for you in the next hour, mate, okay? Not a problem. Right, so yeah, this one's from my wee sister Anya, who's downstairs, who's up visiting for the day. Say it's great. Like, anytime our Ronan's up, he gets invited for dinner in the house, you know. Anytime our Anya's up, gets invited for dinner. I'm the one that bloody ferries them across anywhere they want to go to, brings them round everywhere, needs to bring them here, there, and everywhere. Do we get invited for dinner? No. We have to go and make our own bloody dinner, so we do. Yeah, that's that off my chest. Right, this one is by the Irish Brigade, and it was recorded live in Grace's another great album this year. So it's for Anya, the man from the Daily Mail.
So called the man from the Daily Mail. Now Ireland is a very funny place, sir. It's a strange and a troubled land, and the Irish are a bloody funny race, sir. Every girl's in common a man. Every doggy is a tricoloured ribbon tied firmly to his tail, and it wouldn't be surprised if the being all right in the man from the Daily Mail. Well, every bird upon my word singing yo. I'm a provo, every head in James the lair hanging in over there, sir. I do declare, sir, every old cock in the farmyard acting and crime to shouldn't fail. Ain't there one bit of bright in the being all right in the man from the Daily Mail. Well, the other evening down in Clare, sir, behind in an old arena, just a gang of fiends drilling there, sir, the rest in orange, white and green. Marching to the German Gustav, singing round the whale. I'm singing in my shoes and having nothing to use in the man from the Daily Mail. Well, every bird upon my word singing yo. I'm a provo, every hand in chains and them hanging it over there, sir. I do declare, sir, every old cock in the farmyard acting and trying to Sinn Féin. Ain't the one bit frightened in the being all the rest of the man. They're okay. Well, every bird upon my word singing yo. I'm a pro, every hand in chains, laying hanging nails over there, sir. I do declare, sir, every old cock in the farmyard something tried to Sinn Féin. Ain't the one bit frightened in the being all the rest of the man from the Daily Mail. Well, the whole place is seething with sedition. It's Sinn Féin through and through. All the Gardaí are joining Sinn Féin units, and the password's Sinn Féin too. Well, the IRA just sent me a time bomb in the mail, and the chickens of the Corey and gold and the Morris and the man in the Daily Mail. Well, every bird upon my word singing yo. I'm a provo, every hand and chair with the lamb hanging in over there, sir. I do declare, sir, every old cock in the farmyard something and crying to Sinn Féin. Ain't the one that's right in the being all the rest of the bird, every bird upon my word singing yo. I'm a provo, every hand and chair with the lamb hanging in over there, sir. I do declare, sir, every old cock in the farmyard something and crying to Sinn Féin. And it wouldn't be surprising if they had another rising, said the man from the Daily Mail.
Yeah, great wee song there. There go the man from the Daily Mail for my sister Anya, who's listening in downstairs there today in the mother and father's house here. So cheers for that wee request. Let's get this here banners back up again here, folks. Any more requests? We're another hour and a half or so to go today for you, so plenty more time to get your requests and any you're looking. So we'll definitely get Neil's song on the streets of New York sometime before we finish up the show today. Not a problem. I'm sure we'll have another couple of Wolfe Tones songs anyway, and maybe another Irish Brigade one, whatever. Know. Right, what time is it? It's 20 past 2. Yeah, Pedro just got a Snapchat from me sitting chilling in his living room today, so he has the show on the TV, mate. Cheers. Hope you're enjoying it, mugger. If you've got a request there, let me know what you want on, and I'll get it on for you, mate. So I will. Let's see. What else do I have? I think that's all the comments all caught up, so it is. Yep, I think that's it. Right, so what do we have lined up next? So somebody had asked to play Shabeen. Who was last there for Shabeen? Just looking through these here. Who was looking for Shabeen? Cannot really see who it was, but whoever it was asked for Shabeen, put it back in the comments and I'll get it on for you. Maura Burns looking for Provo's Lullaby. Jim McCaff, I'm on the Red Army. I'm not going to be openly, publicly supporting Cliftonville or Chickenville. So all I'm going to say is today, I'm on Glen Torn. I was doing the Billy Bate Lauren, get them off the top of the league. That's what we want to see. So good to see Conor McMahon as well. Back the day, starting lineup. after near getting his bloody leg broke there a while ago against bloody Coleraine, them bloody hatchet men. I thought it was bloody Crusaders, the hatchet men, not Coleraine. But yeah, do you know what, mate? Jim, I know I love you, but listen, I'm not be supporting Cliftonville, so I'm not, especially not giving them a shout out in the show. So here we go. This is a bit of Shabeen. We're going to play Father's Blessing. So whoever it was, make yourself. You drew 0-0 yesterday. Yeah, lost my train of thought there. So Marty is looking for. Can you play The Man Behind the Wire by the Barley Corn? Fenton as well is looking for a Hits Block song by Cruncher. Right, we'll try and get them all into it. This is Shabeen, the song written by the man who just sang there, Jerry Glacken. And this is a song all about volunteer Joe McDonald from here in Landoon. This is Father's Blessing.
Best order, please. Children's laughter, children's tears, childish joys of childhood years, fondest memories of our one happy home. And it's not death that brings the pain, I would face it all again. It grieves me so to leave you all alone. Do the wee ones still sigh when they hear their daddy's name? They sadly ask you why I won't be home again. How hard it is to know I'll never see them grow. Let my dying bring for them a better land. May they never know the fears that blighted my young years, or the shackles that have bound my native land. May they see the joy of life and not cruel civil strife, for laws imposed by brutal strangers' hands. Do the wee ones still sigh when they hear their daddy's name? They sadly ask you why I won't be home again. How hard it is to know I'll never see them grow. Let my dying bring for them a better land. Let them grow in love and truth, let them blossom into youth, guided by their mother's loving hand. Let them cherish Ireland's pride, for this Joe MacDonald died. Let them know their father loved them and his land. To the wee ones still sigh when they hear their daddy's name, they sadly ask you why I won't be home again. How hard it is to know I'll never see them grow. Let my dying bring for them a better land. Let them know that Daddy loved them as land. Thank you.
Fair play. That's Alan Quinn there, Shabeen, in our live version of that song there. That's Father's Blessing. Say all about volunteer Joe McDonald, written by the great Jerry Glacken, that one. And that was for, let's see, just remember who it was who asked for it. So where's Father's Blessing? Where was it? Big shout out to your your bro Ronan for his help with my ancient laptop last week. They actually got a fix for you. Jesus. There's a surprise now. Jim McCaff. Yep, come on, Chickenville. See, talking about Chickenville. Right? So I used to work in city car parks down in in Castle Street, right? So basically just like working in the office and just doing general maintenance and all that. But my big mate Davy Gorman, so he used to work across the street in the Biffy, you know, like the college. So he did. Davy's big Cliftonville fan, so he was whatever. And I got him like free car parking, so I did in the car park. So he was in every morning. So this one day I went up and I knew his car was parked, and I made like 2 number plates. There's no printed them out, the same size as number plates, and put it on it. But he just basically like Chickenville on it, on the Cliftonville badge, river, and ha 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 or something whatever on the front and on the back. So I had basically like it was like a white one and a yellow one. Literally drove around for 3 days. Didn't he notice this here was on his buddy his car? So he didn't until one morning. So he was driving into the street and all and out of his house. Nobody seen it. And it was one morning that he was coming in and this guy behind him beat the horn at him and says, What's that there, whatever? And he said, I up Linfield or something, whatever it was, dear man. And he said, what do you mean? And he says, your number plate. So it was, and he didn't need it. We drove around him for 3 days with his buddy Chickenville sticker put on his bumper on his number plate, and he straight down, battered on the door. And I said, listen, do you want to pay for your parking or not? So off you chap there. Right, so what we're going to do next, we'll have a few tracks here lined up. So what one? Yeah, we're going to do Marley's one, Man Behind the Wire. So this is from the Barleycorn. I think that's actually another one of the vinyls that was sent in there. So I'll have a look. I know the Raymaker, even the Wolfhound, their albums are as well, and it's the cover's a bit tatty, but again, that's really just, it's hard to find. You cannot get them albums in this day and age. So I have to get a few pictures up so that you all know what ones were sent in. So right, Marty, this one's for you. This is a bit of the Barleycorn on and Man Behind the Wire. Rebel Sundays. There's another live version for you.
On Monday, the 9th of August, 1971, at 4 a.m., Irish men from all over the 6 counties were taken from their homes. Hundreds of these men are now imprisoned without trial in Long Kesh concentration camp. This is a song born of the civil resistance campaign which followed internment, a song for the men in Long Kesh, the men behind the wire.
Armored cars and tanks and guns came to take away our sons, but every man will stand behind the men behind the wire. Through the little streets of Belfast in the dark of early morn, pretty soldiers came marauding, wrecking little homes with scorn, heedless of the crying children, dragging fathers from their beds, beating sons while helpless mothers watched the blood pour from their heads. Armored cars and tanks and guns came to take away our sons, but every man will stand behind the men behind the wire. Not for them a judge and jury, nor indeed a crime at all. Being Irish means they're guilty, so we're guilty one and all. Round the world the truth will echo, Cromwell's men are here again. England's name again is solid in the eyes of honest men. Armored cars and tanks and guns came to take away our sons, but every man will stand behind the men behind the wire. Proudly march behind our banner, firmly stand behind our men. We will have them free to help us build a nation once again. On the people step together, proudly, firmly on your way. Never fear and never falter till the boys come home to stay. Armored cars and tanks and guns came to take away our sons, but every man will stand behind the men behind the wire. Armored cars and tanks and guns came to take away our sons, but every man will stand behind the men behind the wire.
There we go. Sort of the man behind the wire there, if you folks, from original real old one there, if you can tell you how old of a recording that one is. That is from the Barley Corn. So it is. There we go, great. Right, let's see. Marley, thanks, Ron, not a problem, mate. Jay Quinn, do you know where I can get the tops or strips? What do you mean, tops or strips for who? Joe Murray, why not like Cliftonville? Mate, it's not no malice or no nastiness, and obviously just because come from London. I know there's like there's so many Cliftonville fans here from London, so there is. But obviously, whenever Donegal Celtic were in the Premiership, and maybe before it there as well, I was sort of a big supporter of them. Used to do a lot of work for the club, and stuff, and then sort of not involved with them at all now because the bit of a sort of the coup that the current committee had and forced the sort of football committee out of the club and told a lot of lies and stuff and all whatever, and sort of a lot of the fans all busy ditched them. But whenever I was following DC, we were going to Solitude a lot of the times. They were coming up to Celtic Park and stuff a lot of times. But I used to do like a weekly column in the Only Who News called Man in the Stands. So actually the IFA actually gave me a press pass, so I was able to go in any of the matches we're going to, sit in the press box and do like a match report or whatever for the thing we used to do every week in the paper. But so we're in Solitude, and it was actually when Kieran Caldwell, who used to play for the DC, then went on and started playing for Cliftonville. He literally Dave in the box, so he did whatever, like it wasn't a blatant, so they got a penalty. And this match actually DC did beat Cliftonville, I think it was, for the first time at Solitude. But I think it was Cliftonville took the lead as far as I know. Until he dived in the box, so he did, and I was literally just going mad, but not thinking that I'm standing in the middle of on the new stand behind the goals. Literally with I don't know how many Cliftonville supporters, and I turned around next to all these people looking at me as if like, you had the laugh, like whatever, they were going to kill me, like, cause I was busy just told you scumbag, that was wasn't a penalty, you dead and all this here, calling them all these bloody bleep words and profanities. So basically the security escorted me down the steps and right round the ground until round to where the DC fans were, down at the other thing, where the river is, down beside the bowling club. And Jesus, see the abuse I took walking in that ground. You can imagine what people are saying there, like. So that's why I'm not the biggest fan of Cliftonville. So I hope that they're cleared up, Joe. But no malice, like, I just have a bit of crack on them. I mean, it's for Cliftonville. Oh, I don't know, mate. It's pretty sure you can probably buy their stuff from the club shops as far as we're on their Facebook page or something. I don't know if anybody like, sort of sells the stuff. You should have been in the away end, yeah, but because I was there with the press, technically, with my press pass, that's where I was up in the press box in the new stand. So that's why I was in the home end. So I was, but yep. So there you go. Right. So what do I have lined up here next? We'll do a track from another live one from Kelly's Men, live in Craig and Derry. We'll do this one from Big Johan. Hopefully he's still listening in. I know this is his favourite track, but I think he likes the Alan Quinn version. We played Alan playing it last week, so we'll do obviously the Kelly's Men version this week. So for Johan, this one's for you, mate. This is the Ballad of two legendary volunteers, George and Pop. Here we go.
On the slopes of the Craigan, one morning in May, four lads left their base with hearts young and gay.
Their cause was for freedom, a cause long denied, and the foreign oppressor they went to defy.
While patrolling our streets, they met with the foe. With the guns at the ready, our lads had to go. So we raise up our hands and we'll curse that British land who torment the very hearts of men who dare to cross their paths. but my heart is broken in two. Won't you tell me what to do? They couldn't stop our George and Pop. No, not stop me and you. For the police, it went silent when the shooting died down. Two young lads lay there dead on the streets of our town. Just another 2 lives lost for the ongoing fight. And in Derry we mourn on that faithful night. So we raise up our hands and we curse that British land who torment the very hearts of men who tread across their path. But my heart is broken too. Oh, won't you tell me what to do? They couldn't stop our George and Pop, and they'll not stop me and you. Hey Georgie and Paul, they like cold as stone. They're fighting for Derry, their own native home. So we'll always remember, and don't you ever forget, they're fighting for Derry and Queen. Let's hear ya! So we will takes across their paths, but my heart is broken too. Won't you tell me what to do? They couldn't stop our George and Pop, and they'll not stop me and you. So we'll raise up our hands and we'll curse that British land who torment the very hearts of men who tread to cross their paths. But my heart is broken too. Oh, won't you tell me what to do? They couldn't stop our George and Pop, and they'll not stop me and you. Thank you.
There we go, the brilliant Kelly's Men there. Fantastic version of Ballad of George and Pop. Especially for Big Johan, my good friend, the Swedish Provo, who's going to be over here in West Belfast very, very soon for 4 days of mayhem. That's all I can say to Marty and Lane is good luck putting this beast of a man up in your house for 4 days. Just as you've seen there, folks, I had to put Marty on a timeout so that the spanner has been spannered. So he has... he was supporting Jim there about their Chickenville comments, and he had a soft spot for them, and we can't be having that there, so we can't. So, Jim, any more your luck, and you be getting put on a timeout. Don't forget, I can do that as well, you know. So I can, without Marley isn't the only one with the authority to be putting people on timeouts. So he isn't. Sydney Deering, watching on Facebook. How you doing, Sydney? Hopefully you're back on. We just got knocked off Facebook or midway through that song. So it did. That's what it took. So it's amazing to see different songs each week. We played 2 Irish Brigade songs today and it wasn't knocked off yet. We played one Wolfe Tones song. It wasn't knocked off, but it took a song about 2 volunteers of the Ra for being turned off. So there we go. We're back on now. So again, folks, if you're watching on Facebook, please hit the share button once more for me. I'll hit the share again now. I say it's vitally important that say I have like 16,000 followers on Facebook, and they say because of the way that I'm being silenced by the Facebook corporation, most of them who follow my page don't get to see the content, specifically the live content I put out. So it's really important that you all share the stream for me. Eamon Malley, a wee bit of Tony Boy Ray, mate. Not a problem, Eamon. We'll get that on for you today. So yeah, Jim's going very quick. Go on, the Bondsiders. Aye, listen, I just hope that McMahon comes back and scores a goal against Fusion today. And will they overtake you then, will they, in the league? But here, it's mad to see where Lauren are, like Lauren, but here, just goes to show you what happens. You get a few quid behind you, and that's what happens. Going to full-time football, and it's definitely paying off for me, even though Lauren is an absolute shithole of a town. Hate the people in it, hate the place, and again, anytime I get sent to Lauren for work, it's always a bloody Wednesday. I don't know how or what. I think my boss knows. It's just the Wednesday curse. But I just hate Lauren for the passion. Just detest it. Right, next one we're going to do is we're going to do a song, especially for a good friend. Game is over, is it? What happened? What was the score in it? I didn't know, mate. I had just seen it was advertised there. It was playing today. So, imagine getting hit with my own spanner. No, my spanner's bigger than yours, so it is. That's why it would have hurt you. Right, we'll go do one to say from one of the Notes from Derry albums. This is especially Ronan McDonald, good friend of the show, who's currently at home laying in bed watching. So he is. Say, thought he fell out with me. We haven't seen him on the way, but I think he's just been on the drink the last few weeks and hasn't been able to watch the show. So this is a great track from it's. This one is what find here what album this one's from. This is actually from the first one in the Notes from Derry, the album. So it is. So this great Limerick song is here called Shanna Golden. So was that 1-0 the Clivenville or Glentoran? Where was it? Was that home or away? Not sure, mate. Right, here we go. So this from the Notes from Derry collection. And you want to get check out these. All 3 of the albums are now on Spotify, which is phenomenal. So obviously the first one was Notes from Derry, the album. The second one was the Shanagig Sessions, and then the third one there was the what's that other one called? The Heritage, the Legacy Sessions. But it's all 3 of them there, folks. There's about 15, 16 tracks on each album. Phenomenal. So go and check them out on Spotify. Just search for Notes from Derry, the collection. So this is from the first album. Really love this here song. This is Alban Norby, folks, with it's a real great track from about a man from Limerick, and this is Shanna Golden. Here we go.
Are calling soft to me. The smell of scented heather brings me to memories. The wild and lonely eagle up in the summer sky lies high over Shanna Golden, where my young Willie dies. Do you remember, darling, we walked the moonlit road fought them darling Willie all through the summer days. I heard the rifles firing in the mountains far away. I held you in my arms and your blood ran free and bright, and you died by Shanna Golden on a lonely winter's night. But that was long ago, my love, and our sun grows fine and tall. The hills, they are at peace again, the Saxon strangers gone. There's roses on your grave, my love, there's an eagle in the sky, flying high over Shanna Golden, where my young Willie died. The cold winds from the mountains are calling soft to me. The smell of scented heather brings bitter memories. The wild and lonely eagle up in the summer sky flies high over Shanna Golden, where my young Willie died. Flies high over Shanna Golden, where my young Willie died.
Go ahead, Alban, you boy, yeah. Alban Norby here, folks, with Shanna Golden. That's from the Notes from Derry, the album. So there's, so go and check it out. The whole 3 albums are now on Spotify. So well done to Ronan, Paddy, all the rest of the crew up there in Derry for putting them together. And wee birdie tells me they're currently working on a new project at the minute. So that could be out in the near future, so it will. There we go. Right, let's see, jump back to a few comments here. We'll have Justin McQuillan. Go on the Larne, top of the league. Many kids from West Belfast playing their academy at the minute, including my own son up the Larne. Yes, well, here, don't we tend to say it was when I was taking the heart when we're talking about Larne. I just mean the town itself is a bit of a kip. And I think even the people who live in Larne voted that there. Back when we were technically in Europe, it was voted as probably the most depressing town in Europe to live by the people that live there. but here, no, fair play to Larne. Like I'd say, always drive past it. It's great to see they're working on their stadium. So it is so they're always updating it, and it's gradually getting new stands and all built and new infrastructure. I know they do have a great academy. So yeah. Fenton, let's see. Melting Your Head, but These Hands or Hiroshima Nagasaki by Stefan. You must have, I bet you copy and pasted that, did you? There's no way you write that out there, and I'll leave you alone. I'll get one of them on, don't worry if you're okay. Let's see. So the match was at the Oval then, so it was against Glentoran. That is good result for Chickenville, so it is. But they're not going to win the league. Well, hopefully not anyway. We can't be having that there. Right, so up next we'll do a track for Neil Costigan on his birthday day, and then we'll do the track by Tony Boy Ray after that, especially for Eamon. Right, so here we go. This is that's it. I'll stop annoying you. Can't see that happening, child. Right, so this is the Wolfe Tones with Streets New York, especially for Neil Costigan, who was celebrating his 21st birthday there again on the past Friday. So he was.
I was 18 years old when I went down to Dublin with a fistful of money and a cartload of dreams. Take your time, said me father, stop rushing like hell. remember all is not what it seems to be. For those fellas would put you for the coat on your back, or the watch that you got from your mother. So take care, me young bucko, and mind yourself well. Will you give this sweet note to me brother? At the time Uncle Benji was a policeman in Brooklyn, me father, the youngest, put down to the farm. When a phone call from America said send the lad over, the old fella said sure it wouldn't do any harm. For I've spent my life working this dirty old ground for a few pints of porter and the smell of a pound. Sure maybe there's something you'll learn or you'll see, and you can bring it back home. Take it easy, y'all. So I landed at Kennedy, and a big yellow taxi carried me and me bags through the streets and the rain. Well, me poor heart was thumping around with excitement. I hardly even heard what the driver was saying. We came in the short parkway to the flatlands in Brooklyn, to my uncle's apartment on East 53rd. I was feeling so happy, I was humming a song, and I sang you're as free as a bird. Well, to shorten the story, what I found out that day was the Benji was shot down in an uptown parade. And while I was flying my way to New York, poor Benji was lying in a cold city mall. Well, I phoned up the old fella, told him the news. I could tell he could hardly stand up in his shoes. And he wept as he told him, go ahead with the plan, but not to forget, be a proud Irishman. So I went up to Nellie's beside Forum Road, and I started to learn about the lift of the load. But the heaviest thing that I carried that year was the bittersweet thoughts of my hometown so dear. I went home that December cause the owl fella died, and to borrow the money from Phil on the side, and all the bright flowers the grass couldn't hide the poor wasted face of the father. I sold up the old farmyard for what it was worth. Into my bag stuck a handful of earth. Then I boarded a train, and I caught me a plane, and I found myself back in the US again. It's been 22 years since I've set foot in Dublin. The kids know to use the correct knife and fork, but I'll never forget the green grass and the rivers as I keep law and order on the streets of New York. Na 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 na
Yes, that's a bit of Wolfe Tones there. We're still on Facebook, God. So especially for Neil Costigan, our friend and follower of the show from over in Staten Island in New York City. But he's somewhere else in New York today. He's not in Staten Island. But yeah, tune in, which is very, very early in the morning over in America. So that's dedication for you. Cheers, mate, for tuning in. Thank you very much. Big shout to Wally Charnley as well. Hopefully you're still watching. Seeing he was commenting on the video that just got took off on Facebook. So hopefully you get back on, mate, and are watching this. If you are, I'm going to get your track on very soon for you. Mark O'Raw says, Mark O'Raw here, can you play Come Out You Black and Tans? Real saving for them for you, mate. Jim McCaff, not happening. If we win the league, you have to drive that lorry in your trunks. Fair enough. Aye, okay, mate, we'll see. No problem. Somebody Snapchat's getting sent in here today, so they are good crack. Right, I think that's all the comments up to date, so it is. So right, next track we'll do. So Eamon Malley was looking for a bit of Tony Boy Ray, a guy I've yet to see over here in Ireland anywhere playing. He's one of those. You always see him playing, but he's the quiet man. Obviously, he was torturing me to try and get him on the show. I did reach out to him and get back to me, and he was like, "Nah, mate, that's not my thing." He's like to sort of do my gigs, whatever, and he just didn't want to come on the show, which is a shame. Like, you never know. Maybe one day we'll get him on. But listen, so this is from his latest live album. I think this was recorded. I said probably in Caesars. I would think so. That's where he's like a bit of a resident there now. So he is. Seems to be every weekend. So say. This is probably one of my favourite versions of the Sam song I've heard yet more recently. It was always Gary O for a live version, brilliant, so it is. But this one here, very, very good, well up there. So Tony says in the start of this here, he says, this is the song we used to call the Shabeen song, because I think it was Alan Quinn, I think no matter where they go now, they all start off with the Sam song. I think their legendary album recorded in Derry as well, Shabeen's album. They start off with the Sam song, and what a way to wreck your voice, like, do a whole nights of singing with shouting out the Sam song for the first tune. But Eamon Malley, this one's for you, mate. This is Tony Boy Ray live with the Sam song here in Rebel Sundays.
That's a song we used to call the Shabeen song. Chucky sang up the ride, sang the sails in the sky. Chucky sang up the ride, sang the sails in the sky. Clover for 15 years or more. Marmalade and moribund, I thought I knew the score. Now I've got a weapon never used before. The Brits are getting worried, and they're going to worry more. Chucky sang up the rah, up the rah, up the rah. Sang the sail in the sky. I started out with petrol bombs and throwing bricks and stones. 100 more lads like me, I never was alone. Soon I learned that sticks and stones won't drive the Brits away. It wasn't very long before I joined the IRA. Chucky sang up the rah, up the rah, up the rah. Sang the sails in the sky. When it came internment, the year of 71, the Brits thought we were beaten, we were on the run. On that early August morning, they kicked in our back door, but for every man they took away, they must 100 more. Chucky sang up the rah, up the rah, up the rah. Sang the sail in the sky. It's been 8 years in the cages, in time to think and plan. Oh, they locked away a boy, I won't tell a man.
There's only one thing that I learned while in that cell I lay. The Barretts will never leave us until they're blown away. Jockey on sing up the ra, up the ra, up the ra. Sun the sail in the sky. And through the days of hunger strike, I watch my comrades die. In the streets of Belfast, can hear the women cry. I can't forget that massacre that Friday at Lockdown. I salute my fallen comrades, and I watch the chocolates fall. Jockey sing up the ra, up the ra, up the ra. Sun the sail in the sky. Jockey sing up the ra, up the ra, up the ra. Sun the sail in the sky. Sun the sails in the sky. Up the road.
We had Tony Boy Ray there. That one space for Eamon Melly there, the Sam song. And we're still on Facebook, which is very, very surprising. Normally that there a song there straight away, no matter who sings it, gets us chucked off, finger in the neck and just hooked out. But we're still here, happy days. So I hope you enjoyed that one. It's a great, lively version. So just seen there, obviously I played this here video earlier on, if you've seen it, and I didn't really know the context of it or what it was about. So this is the clip that was now going about all over. Some woman that took on Snapchat. So it was some awards do or something, whatever, and she'd asked for a selfie with Arlene Foster, so she did, and this was the outcome. Let's see.
I said, up the rising,
So whatever your woman has been saying, like she thought, Arlene thought, I'm gonna be selfie with her on Snapchat, whatever, and she starts singing the upper. So I seen this here is now it's the headline on the Belfast Telegraph Facebook page. Dame Arlene Foster said she was left very disappointed after a guest at a local Women Business Awards asked her for a selfie, then proceeded to chant up the ra while standing alongside her. Oh, well done. Well, this could be another Kay Lafferty moment, could it? Like, Jesus Christ. I just hope this woman isn't bloody hounding next. Oh, a bit of crack, but she was. That's going to be. I'm just actually looking for anybody on Twitter to find it with young Seamus Bryson's going to be saying about this here. I'm sure he'll have something to bloody say. But yep, very good. Well done, whoever that was. Caught Arlene on the hop. That are local Women Business Awards. Conor McLaughlin, what is the crack? Conor up or down there in County Cork? All right, Mucker, what's happening, mate? How's you? How's the form? See, Jim, stop putting me off my vodka. I don't think there's anything to put you off your vodka, missus. Take something severely strong or annoying to put you off knacking that there stuff. Right, so we're going to do this next one for Willie Charnley, and then we're going to do the next track from Clover's new live album. I've just got it this week, folks, so nobody else has it. It's I've got the full digital copy of the album, so we're going to play another track from it, and then we'll play two more tracks next week ahead of the Arlene. We'll play two more tracks next week ahead of the big launch night in the Rock Bar on Saturday the 3rd of December. So, right, this is for Willie and Charlie here from Cope Bridge, good friend of the show from the Cope Bridge Republican Flute Band. So he was looking for the Bloodstained Bandage, and here's Ray McAreevy and the Wolfhound.
A cold May morn was breaking over Dublin's weary town. 16 brave men have fallen to the rifles of the crown, because they loved their country and served the night and day. But But before they faced the rifles, this is what those boys did say. Take away the blood-stained bandage from off an Irish brow. We fought and bled for Ireland, and we will not shirk it now. We have held her in her struggle, in an answer to her call. And because we sought to free her, we are placed against the wall. That day, Houston, Clover, McDonough and McBride, McDermott and the brothers Kent, with Clark and Plunkett died. McMahon, Pat and Lee Pierce, Mohan, Mahan and Tien, and the last of all James Connolly, this message to them send. Take away the blood-stained bandage from off an Irish brow. We fought and bled for Ireland, and we will not shirk it now. We upheld her in her struggle, in answer to her call. And because we sought to free her, we are placed against the wall. Take away the blood-stained bandage from off an Irish brow. We fought and bled for Ireland, and we will not shirk it now. We upheld her in her struggle, in answer to her call. And because we sought to free her, we are placed against the wall.
Yeah, there is the sound there of the bloodstained bandage from Ray McAravey and the Wolfhound, especially for Wally Charney. That's good, man. Good to see you back on, Wally, mate. See, I know you commented on the video from Facebook. It was cut off. So it was the last one, but only spotted the notification there. So that's for you, mate. Not a problem. Right, just get this back on the screen. Get my ugly beak back so you can see it, you know. Right, back to a few more comments. Jerry Donnelly, how you doing, Jerry? Looking forward to seeing you, mate, over here very, very soon. The Rock Bar. Love this song indeed. See Dan Breen tune. We'll see her now. Maria Cahill is already out mouthing about naming this girl, whoever she was. Whoever posted this veiled video up, tricking Arlene into doing this here selfie. And I'm sure this girl will be hounded now, she will, by the usual culprits. Busy saying, oh, Arlene's father was shot in the head by the IRA. That's an absolute disgrace, blah, blah, blah. Who is this woman? She must be found. All this here shite. Sure. Let's see. Shall move all. Jerry, doing sound, Ro. Can't wait, mate. Happy days, mucker. Be good to see you. Right, so we're going to do the next track now from Clover, from their brand new album. It was recorded live in the PD at last year's Big Fans Gathering. And it's going to be released here in a couple of weeks' time live at the Rock Bar. Folks, if you haven't got tickets yet, there is still some there available. The Rock Bar still has some behind the bar, so you can go to the Rock and get one. So you can. It's the flyer here. The Rebel Podcast end of year fans night out, Saturday the 3rd of December, the Rock Bar in Belfast. Clover coming all the way from County Limerick. They launched their brand new live album. It was recorded at last year's gig. Kieran Mack will be starting things off, and myself, DJ Rowe. I'll be doing a few tunes throughout the night, and there'll be a bit of a set at the end as well. So I want to see you all getting your best slush, Donnelly, or slosh, whatever you want to call it, because I'm going to be doing the slush at one stage in that here set at the end of the night. So I want to see us all on the floor doing it, because it'll be live. So you need to get your moves, your Jack and Victor moves polished up. So you need to. Yeah, folks, doors open at 8 o'clock. We'll be starting things off at about maybe 8:30, 8:45, with the live music, and admission is £10. You can get some tickets from my merchandise website. You can see it there now, scrolling across the bottom of the screen. rebelpodcast.bigcartel.com, or you can get them from the Rock Bar. So no excuse, folks. Still got a few tickets left, but it looks like it's going to be a big night. Massive crowd coming for this. So say this is the next track we want to do from Clover's new album. See, this is the album here, folks. The front cover and the back cover. So we're going to do a good Celtic song from it. Willie Mealy, all 6.5 minutes this one. So I did mention earlier, I really like this for oh, what's that there? Hold on a second. Something's still playing on Spotify there. So it is. Turn that off. Hold on a second. What is playing there? Oh, the song was playing also. Was that way? I had to hit pause. You see, because I'm an umpty. Right, so yeah, we'll do it now. So this is Willie Mealy. You hear a great crowd chanting as well, and this song as well through it. Really, it's really picked up the crowd brilliantly with the mix facing out and stuff for the recordings. So here we go. This is Clover, folks, from County Limerick, with the ballad, well, not the ballad, but Willie Mealy, folks, on Rebel Sunday. So make sure you get yourself a copy of this album when it goes on sale. It is a great live album, so it is.
Willie Bailey was his name. He brought some great names to the game when he was the boss at Celtic Park. He taught them how to play football. He made the greatest of them all. Gallagher and Quinn had left their mark. Come on. And they gave us James McRory and Paul McStay. They gave us Johnston, Tully, Murdoch, Cole and Hay. And most of the football greats that have passed through Parkhead's gates were hard to play football, the Glasgow Celtic way. In 38 there was a show. Glasgow was the place to go. A model of the tower was football's pride. England sent 4 of the best. They didn't meet with much success because the trophy ended up in paradise. And they gave us James McRory and Paul McStay. They gave us Johnston, Tully, Murdoch, Cole and Hay. And most of the football greats that have passed through Parkhead's gates for to play football the Glasgow Celtic way. Coronation time was here, 53 that was the year. Another 4 from England went their due. They said we'll have to try again, 'cause like before it was in vain, because the cup is in the Parkhead Trophy room. Come on, let's hear you sing. And they gave us James McRory and Paul McStay. They gave us Johnston, Tully, Murdoch, Cole and Hay. And most of the football greats that have passed through Parkhead's gates for to play football the Glasgow Celtic way. But then in 1957 we faced a guy called Georgie Nevin. The game is etched on every Celtic fan. With Wilson, Buchanan, McPhail and Willie Fernie scored as well, and Celtic fought the Rangers 7-1. Let's hear you sing. And they gave us James McRory and Paul McStay. They gave us Johnston, Tully, Murdoch, Cole and Hay. And most of the football greats that have passed through Parkhead to play football, the Glasgow Celtic way. For 10 years they have gone, and so to Portugal we had to go to play the team that Italy adored. The Celtic went out to attack. They won the big cup and they brought it back. It's the first time it had been on British shore.
Come on, let's hear it. Sing, come on.
Sing, and they gave us James McRory and Paul McStay. They gave us Johnston, Tully, Murdoch, Gold and Hay. And most of the football greats that have passed through Parkhead's gates for to play football the Glasgow Celtic way. But now a new millennium, we have a brand new stadium, and we're amongst the honours once again. Celtic fans live loudly sing, Larson is still the king of kings as he joins the list of famous Celtic men. Let's hear. God, and they gave us James McRory and Paul McStay. They gave us Johnston, Tully, Murdoch, Gold and Hay. And most of the football greats that have passed through Parkhead's gates for to play football the Glasgow Celtic way. One more time, let's hear you sing. And they gave us James McRory and Paul McStay. They gave us Johnston, Tully, Murdoch, Gold and Hay. And most of the football greats that have passed through Parkhead's gates for to play football the Glasgow Celtic way. For to play football the Glasgow Celtic way. Willie Bailey! Hey. Fantastic singing along, folks. Thank you very much.
There's Peter there, folks, with Clover. As the Willie Mealy, absolutely fantastic. So that is one of the tracks from their brand new live album. Keep going on with it, folks. But listen, it's going to be getting launched at the Rock Bar at my gig on the 3rd of December. So get yourselves along there, and that's when the band will be officially releasing that CD for sale. So you'll be hearing all those songs on the night sale. So that was Clover, folks. Live the PD last year, and you can see the album covers here now itself. The first one cover is the Easter Lily, which is on the mural on the wall inside the PD. So it is. You can see the live at the front there logo, and then the other one is the back the track listing on the back, and the mural there which you see is the mural that's on the wall facing the flats on the flats facing the PD club, and all the track listings there, and then just a few thank yous at the bottom and stuff, who's playing. And actually, see, a lot of people I hear sometimes dismissing about the importance of having like a bass guitar in a rebel band, and listen to that there, like, I think without having actually Tiger playing the bass, that you can really hear it coming through. Like, it would be so like dull, and obviously you need a bass guitar to keep for everybody to keep up and to play along with. But yeah, great album, folks. I've been listening to the whole thing about 4 or 5 times now throughout the week, and so the more I listen to it, the more and more I'm enjoying it. So make sure you get yourself a copy of the album when it is released. Right, next track, folks. We're going 35 minutes left today for you, so I think we've got all of the requests in, apart from Fenton's ones, because I know you're going to go, I asked you if there, blah 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 blah. But let's see. Jim McCaff says, I wish I could share the wee grandson's first game last week. Walking into the stadium, his first impressions was class. He's only 3, what a day. Yeah, phenomenal. I remember my first time as well going there, just looking at it and going like, what the hell? Like, I wasn't that young, so I wasn't. Right, here we go. This is a track from the album we released there a few years ago, Revs for Hope. This is one from the boys from County Tipperary, the Rebel Hearts. Great version of this song. Here we go. This is the Godly Mountain Boy, folks, on Rebel Sundays. if you want to play, do you? There we go.
Sentence for to die. Oh, farewell to Tipperary, said the Galtee mountain boy. We went across the valleys, over the hilltops green, where we met with Dilly Lacey, Sean Hogan and Anne-Marie, Sean Moylan and his gallant band. Oh, they kept the flag flying high. Oh, farewell to Tipperary, said the Galtee mountain boy. We trekked the Dublin mountains, we were rebels on the run. Though hunted night and morning, we were outlaws but free men. We tracked the Wicklow mountains as the sun was shining high. Oh, farewell to Tipperary, said the Galtee mountain boy.
sono svegliato, oh bella ciao, 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 una mattina mi sono svegliato e ho trovato l'invasore, un partigiano, portami via, Oh bella ciao 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 partigiano, portami via, che mi sento di morire. E se io muoio da partigiano, oh bella ciao ciao ciao, se io muoio da partigiano, tu mi devi seppellire. E se io muoio da partigiano, tu mi devi seppellire. Lassù in montagna, oh bella ciao ciao, seppellire lassù in montagna, sotto l'ombra di un bel fior, e le genti che passeranno, oh bella ciao ciao, e le genti che passeranno, mi daranno che bel fior, tutte le genti che passeranno, mi daranno che bel fior. Questo è il fiore del partigiano. Oh bella ciao ciao ciao, questo è il fiore del partigiano, morto per la libertà. Questo è il fiore del partigiano, morto per la libertà.
So we go, that is the sound of the Wicks, especially with John by McElhenney with a Ballad Ciao. Absolutely phenomenal song out there, so it is. And then before it there we had the Galtley Mountain Boy from the Rebel Hearts from County Tipperary, and that was our, see, Rocker was just asking her what do you call that song. Let's see, Jim McCaff says, Row tops with class and weight. Can you get them in weight, my man? Yes, if you want a weight one, you can get them in weight, you can. But the only thing is, because of the weight in the back on the YouTube, let's see, let's put it up here so you can see. The weight in the back on the YouTube or Facebook logo, one of the two it is. If it was on a white t-shirt, it mightn't sort of look as well, do you know what I mean? And then, so obviously you can get like the Rebel Sundays with big row done in black, I mean, instead of in white. But yeah, listen, there's not a problem. They can be done in white. If you want one in white, you can get one in white. That's not a problem, mate. So if you, I just think it looks far better in the black, personally, so do. But yeah, the printer can do it in white. There's no extra price or anything, so there isn't if you want the one. I just seen obviously a few people posting about this here World Cup at the start of the day. And some of the captains, you can see them, they wear like the One Love armbands, which obviously it's in support of sort of the LGBT community. Apparently now the referees have it in their gift, the basically the yellow card before the match even starts. So say like if Harry Kane is playing, whoever it is, I know like the France goalkeeper has already come out and says he isn't going to wear one, and he normally does, but he's like, no, they have to respect the traditions of this company, which is bullshit. Like he isn't going to wear it, but so they've been told if they wear them, there's a chance that they could be yellow carded straight away, which is a disgrace. And now Gary Lineker, I just seen now posting today. I know this is going a bit off subject of what the show's all about, but obviously the World Cup, it's the biggest sort of sporting event in the world, so it is. Starts today, and this is what he says when he started off his coverage this afternoon for the opening ceremony. He says, from accusations of corruption in the bidding process to the treatment of migrant workers who built the stadiums where many lost their lives. Homosexuality is illegal here. Women's rights and freedom of expression are in the spotlight. Also, the decision 6 years ago to switch the World Cup from summer to winter. Welcome to Qatar 2022, folks. It's just going to be I think there's going to be a lot more scandals coming out of this thing before it's over, which is, it's nuts. Right, next track we're going to do is, we're going to do this here for Finton, who was looking for a bit of Stefan. So we played actually the Wicks version of this song last week, and I'm doing very well. So we're going to do Stefan's version. This track called These Hands. As Marty says, the track isn't played enough in this show, which he's right. So from Stefan's album, second track from Stefan on the day's show. But sure, who cares? Who's counting? From his album Rebel Heart. This is These Hands, folks, on Rebel Sundays.
Take a look at you, old man, as you sit in your chair. You could be almost anyone, for all I know or I care. But on your chest there's a red star from your days long gone by, for a parade fading past, for a cause you held high. Son, we set out from Glasgow to the war-torn Spain, brave socialist fighters of the Scottish Brigade, not knowing our fate or what would befall, but for justice and freedom we were proud to give all. And my hands fought the fascists at Huramat in Spain, and my heart beats for justice unto my dying day. I never set out for glory, but in my part to play in the fight against Franco at Huramat in Spain. But for 5 weeks we waited to be handed a gun. They drove us into the fighting under Spain's blazing sun, and the fires of hell don't compare to the battle that day. In the heat of Hurama, 7,000 lay slain. Then we ran out of bullets taken by Franco's men. The Taverna de la Reina, and then moved on again. And the Calton had never seemed so far away as I lay in my prison in Salamanca in Spain. And my hands fought the fascists at Huramat in Spain, and my heart beats for justice until my dying day. I never set out for glory, but in my part to play in the fight against Franco at Huramat in Spain. Take a look at me now, boy, and the star on my chest. Some would have given everything for the cause of the left, of the parts that they played and the deeds that they done in the fight against Franco under Spain's blazing sun. In my hands fought the fascists at Huramat in Spain, and my heart beats for justice until my dying day. I never set out for glory, but in my part to play in the fight against Franco at Huramat in Spain. at her I'm in Spain, and my heart beats for justice until my dying day. I never set out for glory, but in my part to play in the fight against Franco at her I'm in Spain, in the fight against Franco at her I'm in Spain. Take a look at me now, boy, I'm the star on my chest.
So the Stefan there from his album Rebel Heart. That is These Hands. Great version. That's for young Fenton, that one, so it is. Jim, you need to calm yourself down there. Marty, I'll be beating you over the head by that spanner. So you will. Dan Marine says, yeah, FIFA corruption, that's worse, Marty. Them Arabs bought the World Cup. Yeah, I'm sure there was no underhand this taller, mate. They got a fair and square, so they definitely. Right, what do we have? We're doing the last 20 minutes of the day's show. This is flew-in today, so it has. So folks, remember, this is we'll have 3 shows left after today, so we'll have the next week, and then the weekend after is the live podcast in the Rock Bar on the Sunday the 4th. So hopefully, if any are about Belfast, we'll get call in, and we'll have a bit of crack with us. And then the weekend after, which is the what is the 11th, Sunday the 11th, is going to be the very, very last show of 2022, so it is. Obviously, the weekend after that, we're going to the pantomime and stuff and a few things to do with Christmas, so obviously I have to take precedent, you know, for the family Christmas time. So yeah, Sunday the 11th is going to be the very, very last live show of 2022, folks, so it's been a great year. So it has some great guests this year, some great banter with yourselves. So Jim McCaff's looking for a bit of Cruncher O'Neill. Right, we'll get that on before we wrap her up. So this next one, go do a bit of Beeswing. And the last time I played this here, I think it was actually Marty sort of complained, says, I don't like that version, it's very crackly and all, whatever, and don't like it. Well, I think it's a great version. This one was recorded live in Connolly's Bar in Glasgow, so it's Gary Ogue with Chris Cruikshank and Coach. Now, this could be just recorded with a phone, but I think it's still a great live version. So here goes, Beeswing, folks, on Rebel Sunday's last 20 minutes of the day's show. And I say, if any can spare a few quid, if you're watching, you're enjoying the show today, drop us a wee tip or donation, just basically help us keep me here on a Sunday, do this show, entertain you all. You can scan the 2 wee QR codes there, you can see on the main screen as well. Or if you don't want to scan them, just go to the main page. It's paypal.me/DJ Row Show. I'll bring you straight to PayPal, or revolut.me/DJ Row Show. I'll bring you straight to Revolut, and you can donate a few quid, as little or as much as you can, folks. It's all much appreciated. So cheers.
Well, I was 19 when I came to town. They called it the summer of love. They were burning babies, burning flags, hearts against the dawn. I took a job at the steamhead, working down Cawdron Street. I fell in love with a laundry girl working next to me. Brown hair zigzagged across her face and look of half surprise. Like a fox caught in the headlights, there was animal in her eyes. And she said, oh young man, can't you see I'm not the factory kind? If you don't take me out of here, I'll surely lose my mind. She was a rare thing, as fine as a beeswing, so fine a breath of wind might blow her away. And she was a lost child, she was running wild. She said, as long as there's no price on love, I'll stay. Wouldn't want me any other way. So we bust around the market towns, we picked her down in Kent. We could take her lamps and nights and pots wherever we went. We was camping down the Gower one time and work was very good. She thought we shouldn't wait for frost, I thought maybe we should.
So I said to her, let's settle down, get a few acres dug, a fire burning on the hearth, babies on the run. But she said, oh man, you foolish man, it surely sounds like hell. You might be lord of half the world, you not own me as well. And she was a rare thing, as fine as a beeswing, so fine a breath of wind might blow her away. And she was a lost child, she was running wild. She said, as long as there's no price on love, I'll stay. Wouldn't want me any other way. Drinking more in those days as tempers reached the pitch, and like a fool they let her run with a ramble in it. And last I heard she was back, she was out in the Derby beat with a bottle of white horse and her tail and a wolfhound at her feet. And they said she even married once to a man named Romany Brown, but even a gypsy caravan was too much like settling down. Now they say her flowers faded, hard weather and hard boots. Well, maybe that's the price you pay for the chains that you refuse. Well, she was a rare thing, as fine as a beeswing, and I miss her more than words could ever say. If I could just taste all of the wildness now, if I could hold her in my arms again today, you wouldn't want me any other way. Yeah.
There we go. That is the hell was that? Jesus. In case anyone were thinking that was a bit of a electric shock or something, it wasn't. It was actually, I downloaded that there from YouTube, so that there the MP3, and that there from the video is basically the Rebel Collective logo coming and going zzz. So obviously that was still in it, but I forgot that was there, and I had a bit of a shock through my ear, so don't be thinking that your TV's going to blow up or something there. So it was. Let's see. Marty says, Marty, no, it wasn't me. I think it was actually the version of the one Callie's Men done, their live version of it. It was very, very crackly. I think that's so. Sorry, mate, Marty. Yeah, it wasn't me, mate. I love this version. Mick Flynn, yeah, hail Gary Ogue. Love the flute in this, yeah. There's Chris Crookie Crookshank, who we've had on the show, when it was last year, the year before actually. We're in the old studio in my house, so it was whenever I had Chris Crookie on. Yeah, the makes the rune. Jim, are you talking about tune? What's a rune? Yeah, it definitely does make the tune. That the flute. And that their song, brilliant version. So it is. Just Neil are getting back with the World Cup. Thank goodness FIFA is such an above-board organisation. Bullshit. And they would never support a host country with a terrible human rights history like Qatar. Let's see. Class Derek. Right, so yeah. So let's see if a few of you were asking me there about the white t-shirts. Somebody actually Gary Park sent a donation through as well, and said he'd make it one of the white t-shirts. So listen, if you want to get one of the t-shirts only in white, obviously I'll have to alter the design a wee bit to change some of the colours in it, but if you want it in white, just if you go to order it on the website, just there's like a wee comment section where you can write a comment, rate it, and say you want it in white, the T-shirt in white, and that's not a problem. I mean, I can get the design done for you, which isn't a big issue. So, but make sure you write on that you want the T-shirt in white, just so they know. What I mean. Right, so next one we'll go to, Jim was asking for a bit of Cruncher. So we'll go to this one here from Cruncher's album, one of the many albums he's put out, but they're all on Spotify as well now, which is great. So this is from a definitive collection of Irish ballads, Something Said So Strong by Terry O'Neill. Here we go, this is the Broad Black Brimmer, folks. So we're into the last 10 minutes of the day's show. Here we go for you.
There's ye here the farm that's sunny there, what's known as Father's Hill. A uniform so simple in its style, sure it has no bread nor gold nor silk nor hat nor feather blue, but me mother has preserved it all the while. Sure one day she may be trying on, I wish it mine for years, just in memory of your father, she said. And as she placed the sunblood, she was smiling through her tears, as she placed the broad black brimmer on me hand. It's just a broad black river, it's a ribbon spread and torn by the careless whiskey men's a mountain breeze. An old trench coat, that's old pants stained and worn, and breeches almost treader at the knee. Way up a some brown belt, where the bruggle big and strong, and a hoster that's been empty many's a day. What women claim Ireland's freedom, sure the ones who choose to keep over the broad black brimmer of the IRA. That uniform was worn by my father on the road, he reached me mother's homestead on the run. A uniform was worn in that little church below, where Father Mackey blessed the parish one. On way after the truce and treaty and the parting of the West, sure he wore it when he marched out with the rest. And when they bore his body down that little rugged bridge, they placed the broad black brimmer on his chest. It's just a broad black brimmer, it's a ribbon spread and torn by the careless whiskey many's a mountain breeze. An old trench coat that's so bunsted and worn, and breeches almost hit her at the knee. Way up a some brown belt, where the buckle big and strong, and a hoster that's been empty many's a day. But when came Ireland's freedom, no ones would choose to kill over the broad black brimmer of the IRA. And when men claim Ireland's freedom, sure the ones will choose over the broad black brimmer of the IRA, over the broad black brimmer of the IRA.
Well, yeah, Crunchy, a legend, as there's Terry Crunch O'Neill with the Broad Brimmer, especially for Jim McCaff. That one, folks. We're going to fit in the last two songs of the day, folks. It's been a great show today, loads of great requests. Thanks for all your donations. Say if you have a wee spare quid, drop it in, folks. It'll be much appreciated. Right, so we're going to say just anybody who wants to order the t-shirts, just go to the rebelpodcast.bigcartel.com. And if you want it in white, which it isn't currently on the website for it, but if you want one in white, just make sure you put the comments that you want it in white, so I'll know to get your says and stuff done in white for you. So, right, next song we're going to do, second last one of the day. We're going to finish up with Jackie Duddy, as always. We haven't done it in a few weeks, so back with Jackie Duddy today. So this one is for Anthony Murphy. They're a Banto in Scarborough who was looking for the legend Mandela. So this is way back from the Druids. I think probably the last time they recorded the Rebel album, the Starry Play. The great Paddy Mangan, who's going to be singing with Clover on the 3rd of December at the Rock Bar. So this is the Druids there with the legend Mandela, especially for Anthony Murphy and Banto.
Went to see a legend just the other night at the Yankee Stadium underneath the lights. I heard a man speaking after years and years in jail. His name it was Mandela, and he came to tell the tale. Well, the crowd, they cheered him loudly, but then the silence fell as he spoke about the hard years in a South African cell. Although he was free, his heart was feeling the pain, for his country and his people was still a part of the chain. He said he hoped that he would join them, oh, and walk down freedom's path. And these roads would be the hardest, but they would be the last. And to join our hands together, so we might be as one, and to bring ourselves to the cause, so this war it could be won. I went home to bed that evening, went to sleep and I had a dream. I was standing in the pouring rain in an Irish field of green, and all around the headstones were the martyrs of the past. Well, I stood there in silence, and they spoke to me at last. Kevin Barry is my name. I was tortured in the cell. They wanted the names of my comrades, but this I did not tell. And I am Roger Casement. I was hanged in London town for bringing German rifles through that lonely Bannostrand. James Conley is my name. The working people are my life. When they shot me down in Kilmainham jail with strife, and I am Patrick Pearse, I was shot down by the foe. I read the proclamation from the steps of the GPO. Now the last voice that I heard, he says my name is Bobby Sands, and it's good to hear Mandela's words ringing through the land. I want to hear them in Belfast, up in Derry and Tyrone. Oh, maybe then those English soldiers will know it's time to go home. Well, I woke up in the morning, I remember them all. And who would believe that they'd knock down the Berlin Wall? And now, said Mandela, oh, could this really be? Oh, maybe now we would see Ireland reunited and free. Yes, maybe now we would see Ireland reunited and free.
So So that's it, folks. That there was the Druids there with Legend Mandela from their album Starry Play. Great Paddy Mangan there on vocals and mandolin as well, singing that one. So that was especially for who was that one for? That was for let's see, where are you? Anthony Murphy there. Right, yes, loads of just thanks today, Derek Delaney, great show, thanks mate. Dan Breen, great show as always, Ro. And Dan, yes, I forgot to reply to your YouTube comment last week, so I say I'm going to be bringing a few t-shirts with me, so listen, just let me know what size it was you wanted, so I'll know to keep one over for you at the gig, okay? More drum, Sinn Féin coming. Another great show, mate, thank you, cheers, not a problem. Terry Craney, thanks for a great show, bye bye everyone, until next week, take care. Edward Strain, great show, thank you very much. Jim McCaff, what a show as usual, cheers mate. Steve there from Germany as well, hello Rowan everyone, regards from Germany. And cheers Steve for purchasing the t-shirt. So I say the order is going to be going in next Monday, okay, so it may be another couple of weeks before you get it, but fingers crossed this gets to you and nobody steals it from your bloody door like that last debacle, which I'm so sorry about, mate. Absolute nightmare, but sure. Feed the bear, how do you mate? Cheers all, take care, God bless. Big Johan, great show as always. Next Sunday I will be more excited. Happy days, mate. Marty says, great show as always. Cheers, Roland. Forgive you for insulting me. See you all next week. I think that's them all, right? Great show, blah, 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 blah. Thank you very much. It's all right. So here's our last one. We'll normally try and finish off this with this year. It's crazy to say we started off the year to go play Jackie Duddy every week. It's amazing to think in our few weeks the year's going to be over. So madness. So here's Dougie Breslin / Jerry Breslin with a lovely track all about Bloody Sunday, in particular Jackie Duddy, one of the boys that was killed in their terrible atrocity that happened on Bloody Sunday in Derry in 1972, wasn't it? So it's Jackie Duddy, folks, your very last one, and then we're going to finish off as always with a rant in the vein after this one, folks. So I'll see you all next Sunday, back same time, same place. Thank you very much, and cheers for all the donations today, folks. As always, it's much appreciated, so thank you. And if you still want to donate, you still can, so on the PayPal or Revolut, so cheers.
Jackie, I remember your face from a far distant place. Yes, I do. Jackie, you were an innocent boy. Why did they destroy your future road to you? You came from a home of 9 sisters and 5 brothers. Up in the Craigan, you were my cousin. You worked with me brother Dustin, named after me father. Died in springtime, tending looms. Jackie, you were just 17 when they shattered your dreams, and we never got over it. Jackie, you'd have found a good wife and had a wonderful life and raised your wings well. In 68, your mother Maureen, she died, and with Willie, your father, we cried. She was so very young. Her sister Dolly said if Maureen had survived, she'd have been in the coffin by your side. Your mother couldn't have coped. Jackie, you were good in the ring, 'cause that was your thing. You would have been a champion. Jackie, your nephew John did you proud. He's recognized by the crowd as fulfilling your ambitions. Your face is painted in murals down in the bog, and I pray to God that you'll not be forgotten. That day in 72, it's etched on our minds, the day that innocence died. They called it Bloody Sunday. Jackie, there were 13 others as well, more unfinished stories to tell. Jackie, 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 our Jackie, Jackie Duddy. On a summer's day in Derry in 2010, thousands gathered again, and the world had gone. The British government said sorry and admitted the wrong. The clapping went on and on, the cheering went on and on. Jackie, your innocence was declared, your family's voices were heard after 38 years. Jackie, now you can rest in peace. The false accusations have ceased. The truth has been set free. Paddy Doherty, Gerald Donaghy, Hugh Gilmore and Michael Kelly, Michael McDade, Kevin McElhenney, Bernard McGuigan and Gerald McKinney, William McKinney, William Nash, James Ray, John Johnston, John Young and Jackie Duddy. Jackie Duddy.
Yeah, Dougie Bresner, folks. Jackie Duddy, lovely, beautiful ballad there. So that's us. Thank you very much. See you all next Sunday. I hope you enjoy the World Cup if you're watching it during the week. Can't say I will be nothing. Well, maybe I will be watching England taking on the Ra on Tuesday. So which will be quite entertaining to watch. I know Carlos Queiroz as well as the manager of Iran. So might actually do some damage. So right, we're going to play around the vein here for you folks to finish up the show as always. So until next week, thank you very much. Here we go.
Safi Aligarren, Queens are slow, her tien der rannikum, they buzz face hair, Shantir, a shinshir pasta, the akbar, Pantira, not and got my in Sabarnwell, they gone their kill, and was no sill, they gone their scrape, they labot na be lit, Charlotte cannon around the vein. Thanks very much, good night, God bless you all. Chucky Allah.
You have been listening to Rebel Podcast of Rory Carson. To listen to this and past episodes again, and to also check out future episodes, keep an eye on our official SoundCloud page. We are also available on all social media outlets. Just search Rebel Podcast. Bhí sé bhgéisteach an sin is an fád cruúlaí Rebel le Rory McCarson. Le héisteach le seo agus hir hagran a ríis, agus na hagran atá le teach, caisúil ar siúificail sugin ar SoundCloud, agus táid ar fáil ar gach cinneal ardan ar na main thuaisiilta. Ní mór dit ach fád cruúlaí Rebel a curda.